work for somebody at the White House. They don't work for somebody in the governor's office. They work for you. And so that's how they should handle this.
He says changing redistricting rules in the middle of the decade is unfair and wrong. 2 men got pulled over Tuesday in Kosciuszko County because of an equipment violation. State police found a bunch of drugs, including meth and hypodermic needles. State Police Sergeant Ted Bonner says they spotted the passenger Shane Center not buckled up. Center then tried to run off.
The pastor wanted to leave the traffic stop, but because of that violation, he did have to stay on scene for that to be taken care of.
He says Center and the driver, Ryan Kennelly, then started complaining about medical issues. They were first taken to the hospital and then jail. Hannah Commons is a 54-unit permanent supportive housing community on Indy's south side, and it's marked its 2-year anniversary on Tuesday of celebrating its impact on former homeless people. And it was a tough one last night for the Indiana Pacers. They lost to the Dallas Mavericks 107-105. They play the Atlanta Hawks tomorrow. Tip-off at 7. Time is 3:04. Traffic and weather in 1 minute.
The deals are happening at Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield. That's where you get your next Ford car, truck, electric vehicle, or fleet vehicle. More savings, more selection, and more for your trade. Drive off in a new Ford F-150 for 3.9% APR or lease for $401 a month. It's your choice. You can get a new Bronco Sport for just $381 a month. Get more before it's gone. And routine maintenance plans are available to keep things simple and convenient. And don't forget, get more to your door. Just shop online, and Andy Moore will deliver directly to you. Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield. For your car, for your truck, for your fleet vehicle, and of course, that service. Just go to andymoreford.com, set up your service, they'll pick up your car, take perfect care of it, and bring it right back to you. Andy Moore Ford, 2713 East Main Street in Plainfield. Stop into the showroom and tell them Tony Katz sent you. Or online at andymoreford.com. That's Andy Moore, M-O-H-R.
I love Andy.
andymoreford.com.
Traffic at 3:05. Good afternoon, Matt Bear.
What's up, Jake? Looking at a crash on the south side. It's northbound 65 and 465. The left lane is closed, and traffic is stop and go back to Southport Road, delayed 4 minutes. Also a crash on the northeast side. Actually, this is a stalled vehicle on northbound 465 at East 71st Street. And again, the right lane is closed with traffic stop and go back to Penn Pike, an 8-minute delay. Traffic sponsored by Staples. Have you heard? The Staples Easy button is back with even more easy. Press it for custom prints, shipping services, even passport photos. Staples, that was easy. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Thank you, Matt. Now the forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
Mostly clear skies tonight. It will be a cool one with lows falling near 40. Lots of sunshine and dry for your Halloween with highs near 58. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Tara Hastings for 93 WIBC.
And I'm Jake McDaniel on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let's rock it!
Man, oh man, I think Donald Trump's had a pretty good week. He just got back from Asia, got back from hanging out with the Chinese president, Xi Jinping. We'll get to that here in just a few minutes, but I want to talk about more fun stuff with Donald Trump, including the blowing up of narco-terrorist drug boats in the Caribbean. Jerry Lopez, a.k.a. Indy Spanglish, filling in for Hammer one more day. You know what the funniest part is about when Donald Trump and the administration and the Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, blows one of these drug-running ships up in the Caribbean? It's hearing the Democrats try to defend the narco-terrorists.
I mean, they always take the side of the criminal in every single example we have, though.
We have no idea if these guys are terrorists or not. We have no idea what they're carrying. We have no... Believe me, they know.
The Maryland man. Remember that guy?
Oh, yeah, sure.
He's just a dad trying to feed... the wife that's crying on the news right now has a restraining order against him.
Yeah, exactly. So Trump just did another one. Let me see. I have some stats here so far. As of today... Based on the timeline of military strikes from Trump targeting these vessels smuggling drugs from Venezuela, the number of boats or vessels destroyed stands at 15 with at least 61 casualties. What did you say? It was like watching, it was like playing
Call of Duty. Yeah. I mean, the videos, that's what it looks like, that UAV video, yeah. But I did see on LinkedIn they're hiring, so.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, they're hiring.
So back to the Democrats defending the narco-terrorists trying to smuggle drugs into this country to kill more Americans. This guy is a lunatic. Jim Himes, Democrat rep out of Connecticut, I believe, says President Trump, you know what? He better stop destroying drug trafficking boats, or else when AOC is president, who knows what she'll do.
You know, there will be a Democratic president someday. And all my MAGA friends who are, cheering on these illegal killings need to imagine who gets killed when President Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez says that it doesn't matter what the law says. She's going to do what she's going to do.
What do you think he's talking about there? Who specifically is AOC going to kill?
I mean, it sounds like he referred to MAGA people.
I mean, hearing these Democrats just lose their minds over the dumbest crap.
They defend everybody but Americans.
Holy God almighty. And he just said, you better watch out. What if AOC gets to be president? What she's going to do to MAGA Republicans?
She's going to assault our ears. I can promise that much.
Oh, could you imagine?
Oh.
Could you imagine? Let's transition over to Joe Biden and the infamous auto pen. Auto pen, I use it all the time here at work for like paychecks and stuff.
Yeah.
So there's this House Oversight Committee going on right now, and a report Tuesday that says like a ton of executive actions from President Biden signed by this auto pen. Pardons were illegitimate because he suffered from mental a decline while in office, while people knew about his mental decline in office and could have been unaware of their contents. In other words, he didn't know what he's signing in these executive orders with his auto pen. I'm going to play you some testimony from one of those hearings concerning, I don't know who this is, but this guy was part of these hearings concerning Biden and some of the details with the auto pen.
The auto pen is a device that signs the president's signature to a document. In June 2022, the Biden White House began deploying the auto pen to sign clemency warrants and executive orders. Auto pen use skyrocketed from there. And these include some of the most controversial acts of clemency of the Biden presidency, including death row commutations and the preemptive pardons of members of the Biden family, Dr. Anthony Fauci, General Mark Milley, and more that were issued in the final days of the Biden presidency. We reviewed President Biden's schedule and his publicly available media and were unable to find any record of President Biden's personally approving these actions, such as a statement issued by the president himself to reporters.
I mean, it's no wonder at least people are kind of scratching their heads, including Donald Trump, saying, wait, this guy, obvious mental decline, his mental acuity is nil. And he just signed a pardon or whatever for his son, Hunter Trump, and Milley and all these other guys, Fauci, these preemptive pardons. Why would, just out of curiosity, why would Fauci need a preemptive pardon if he didn't do anything wrong?
I mean, that's the $1 million question, right?
But so back to the auto pen. I just, like, I know all the presidents have used them.
Sure.
Obama used them.
Sure.
Trump's used them. But the way that guy was just describing and knowing what we know, especially after the Trump-Biden debate about his cognitive decline, he had no idea that he was doing this and who was facilitating this.
Well, that's the big question. Who was really putting all these signatures down, right? So Donald Trump has have you seen his little wall of presidents? And for Biden actually has a picture of the auto pin.
Yeah,
and
there's this hallway, like it has every president in order. Then when it gets to Biden, it's a pen, a very nice pen.
Yeah. They knew he was using the auto pen because the signatures weren't shaky. You know what I mean? There's no way that President Whoopsie Daisy, who fell every 5 days, was knocking out all these pardons, all this stuff.
And I just watched the debate. Go back and watch the debate.
Right. So who had the auto pen? That's who was running the country. Is the person that had the auto pen.
Stick on Biden's cognitive decline for a minute. Kamala Harris, still out on tour promoting her horrible book. Australian Broadcasting Corporation, Sarah Ferguson, listen to this, repeatedly calls out Kamala for ducking questions on Biden's decline. Like, she's like, look, it wasn't his first refusal to recognize his own frailties and the reason that you faced nearly impossible task. And Harris is like, she starts rambling on about Trump. She asked about Biden's cognitive decline. Kamala turns around, rambles about Trump, and I had to speed it up a little bit because she wouldn't shut up before the interview interrupted her again.
Wasn't Joe Biden, then, to put it on him, wasn't his refusal to recognize his own frailties the reason that you faced a nearly impossible task?
I ran against Donald Trump for president, and Donald Trump ran on a platform that was, in large part, I believe, misrepresenting his intentions to the American people. I do believe that there are a fair number of people that voted for Donald Trump.
I want to interrupt you because that is a world-class pivot, but it is not the question that I asked you, which is about Joe Biden's failure to recognize his own frailties and what that did to you. The question is about Joe Biden. Are you still reluctant to criticize the former president?
In what regard, please?
Well, just in terms of that question. So you went
What exactly would you like to ask? Be more specific, if you don't mind.
She couldn't be more specific.
Joe Biden's decision, his failure to recognize his own frailties in that position that put you in the position that made it almost impossible to win that race?
He was not frail as president of the United States.
Yeah.
Why'd we replace him then?
That was my next question. If he was frail, if he was of sound mind and body, why did they take him off the ticket, install you without so much as one vote cast, and failed miserably?
With 60 days to go. Right? Is that the very end, too?
And here, let me play. I know we're running up against it here. Here's Whoopi Goldberg on The View being called out for making kind of the most ironic statement possible on the Biden auto pen. We're back to the auto pen here for just a second. Here is Whoopi Goldberg.
It's kind of crazy. I kind of agree with him. If you, instead of investigating a man who's no longer in office, I would like y'all to find out why the U.S. military is striking vessels without verifying who's in them. I want the government shut down to figure out what's going on because it's getting ready to be the longest one in history. SNAP benefits are about to run out. Soybean farmers in financial crisis, and of course there is the unreleased Epstein files.
Did she just say something about stop investigating a man who's no longer in office?
See, what had happened the last 4 years was...
That's all there were for Donald Trump, investigating a man that wasn't in office. These people.
Hey, I don't know if you saw this, but Marjorie Taylor Greene will be on The View on Tuesday.
Oh, no, I didn't.
Yeah, I saw that right before we started. Yeah, right.
She ain't scared of those chicken heads.
They're going to be in for it. So I will be promoting The View now on Tuesday.
I do think it was MGT. Is that short? I think she's got maybe one or two marbles floating around in there. Maybe a little kind of a screw kind of coming loose. But I like her style. And I like that she likes to mix it up. And I can't wait to watch that, actually.
It should be really good.
That. Reason to drink tonight, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to make you feel old if you're my age. Grew up, Gen X, back in the mid-90s. Just a specimen of a human being. Very good-looking guy. Used to be married to Gwen Stefani. Gavin Rosdale, lead singer for Bush. 60 years old today.
Yikes.
60. But, hey, Henry Winkler is also 80. Coach Klein in The Waterboy. Most people know him as Fonzie.
Hey.
But, hey, we're going with Coach Klein in The Waterboy. Matt Baer, what's going on?
Yeah, Nigel looking to northbound 65 at the White River on the northwest side. Crash blocking the left lane and stop-and-go traffic back to 29th Street. Delay of 1 minute. Looking at northbound 65 on the south side, crash at 465. It's on the left shoulder. Pockets of slow back to Southport Road. On the northeast side, a stall on northbound 465 at East 71st Street. It blocks the right lane with stop-and-go traffic past Penn Pike. Your delay of 9 minutes. Southbound 65-70 construction has a slow before Michigan Street into the south split. Those northbound lanes also tied from Southport Road to 465. Traffic sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders. Eli Manning reminds you there's nothing nothing like football and King's Hawaiian Sliders. King's Hawaiian Sliders make you a winner on game day. Pick them up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your grocery store. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Coming up next, there's a national police organization that hates what the Democrats are doing in blue cities. We'll fill you in on that. Plus, a mom says that her kids were in her car asking Grok, the AI chatbot, some inappropriate questions, and it was replying with inappropriate answers. We'll have the audio. That's coming up. 57 at the American Standard Heating Weather Center, 93 WIBC.
The Attorney General's Office, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov or text Hammer and Nigel to 46220 today.
Party people, it's Hammer from the Hammer and Nigel show. Guys, let's talk about Diamonds Direct. Diamonds Direct is on the north side. Keystone at the crossing. It's right there by the Green Bridge. If you are planning a little holiday surprise, a holiday proposal, maybe you're thinking about popping the question, or that home run gift for the holidays this year, the place you need to go is Diamonds Direct. Now, they have a lot of options in that store, the biggest selection and the lowest prices. But here's what you need to know. The sales team, they are specifically trained to make sure you stay within your budget and you get the biggest bang for your buck. Nobody's got better warranties, better care than Diamonds Direct. Free cleanings, lifetime maintenance, even little birthday surprises. Stop by and see for yourself. Diamonds Direct. Tell them Hammer sent you.
Comcast Business can help turn your small business into a connected, secure, modern business. It's how retailers become constantly connecting must-visit shops. How restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How healthcare offices become the data protecting caregivers that we all depend on. And how wealth management firms become cyber securing guardians of your information. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, and Wi-Fi backup, your business can stay connected and get threat ready with Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with our reliable business internet. Plus, stay connected when you add Wi-Fi backup for just $35 a month. And ask about a $400 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Call today. Restrictions apply. Wireless Connect requires business internet for additional monthly charge. Taxes and other fees extra. Prepaid card offer ends 11/16/25.
It's not just cancer care. It's the complete care you get at Hendricks.
And you can feel that spirit of excellence, trying to do what's best from a medical standpoint, but also trying to affect the patient and their family as you would a family member.
Hendricks Care is trying to meet the patient where they are. You know your body better than anyone else.
Do the cancer screening early.
An ounce of prevention versus a pound of cure.
Learn about health screenings at hendricks.org/cancer.
Look, switching point of sale systems is a total nightmare, right? But here's the thing. Shopify POS makes switching easier. A Shopify POS expert, a real human being, helps with setup and data migration. No need to be your own tech support, because with Shopify POS, you get support for free. You'll also get a free card reader and 25% off POS subscription fees. Switching your POS is easier with Shopify. Eligibility requirements apply. To learn more, visit shopify.com/switchnow. That's shopify.com/switchnow.
It's Cybersecurity Awareness Month. LifeLock is here with tips to help protect your identity. Use strong passwords, set up multi-factor authentication, report scams, and update your software. And for comprehensive identity protection, LifeLock is your best choice. LifeLock alerts you to suspicious uses of your personal information and fixes identity theft, guaranteed, or your money back. Start your protection today with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use promo code NEWS. Terms apply.
The big fall sale is here at Sundown Gardens. Visit the Garden Center for 20% off interior fall decor and 50% off pottery. It's the best deals of the season. All container trees and shrubs are now 30 to 50% off. Now's a great time to add to your landscape and save while you're doing it. The friendly staff at Sundown Gardens can help you add all the right touches to your home and landscape. Sundown Gardens, located on the corner of 186th Street and Spring Mill Road in Westfield, sundown.gardens.com.
This hour powered by Stevenson Heating and Cooling, your American Standard Air dealer, serving Johnson and Morgan counties.
Seasons change and
Nigel
Jerry
Show.
Lopez filling in for Hammer. I don't blame police. Yeah, they're tired of these Democratic cities spending billions and billions of dollars on illegal aliens over the cops, over the citizens. And this is coming from a certain law enforcement group called National Police Association. And they're saying, look, we're understaffed in these cities. You guys are spending billions of dollars on services for illegal immigrants, and you're not doing anything for the cops, much less the citizens. Let's give a couple of numbers here, Jerry. New York City alone projected to spend more than almost $9 billion on illegal immigrants in 2024 and 2025. And that funding went towards housing and health care and illegal immigrants. Same in Illinois. They spent, let's see, the state has spent over $2.5 billion on care for illegal immigrants since 2021. Cost came, again, health care. Vastly exceeded initial estimates. Chicago, specifically, the CPD, already 1,000 officers down. And its superintendent said the city administrators asked him to come up with a $98 million budget cut. So the state's pouring billions into taking care of these illegals while they're asking for $100 million in budget cuts from the Chicago Police Department.
I mean, and outside of this, in a lot of those states, you're also seeing the reoffending multiple times, right? Like we've seen here, that guy that was arrested 99 times. Plus, you're not being supported by the city. Plus, you're not being supported by the prosecutors. Plus, these are illegal immigrants. What you're seeing in Chicago, where they're down 1,000 officers, I bet repeats itself across the whole country in a lot of these Democratic
It's happening
cities.
Here as well.
We're losing officers big time. People are just tired of it.
So this, so there's a spokeswoman here for the National Police Association said the billions of dollars being spent on illegals should be redirected towards the police training, recruitment, which would help cities combat crime. Quote, "We are tired of supporting these illegal aliens, and they are tired of hearing their politicians demonize law enforcement and ignoring their needs. Our government system was not designed to be able to support millions of people from other countries, especially at a time when we have so many people here who are citizens of the United States and are really in need of assistance." And that, again, from the National Police Association.
I mean, that sounds like the government shutdown.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds exactly like the government. We are worried about trying to help illegals while hurting American citizens.
I wanted to get to this thing about Grok. Do you use ChatGPT? Do you use Grok on X? I like talking with Grok.
Yeah, I use both.
If I don't really have, is ChatGPT an app?
It's an app, and then there's a paid version too. I don't have the paid version, but because I'm verified or whatever on Twitter, I have Grok, and yeah, I guess it's pretty cool.
A mom says that her kids were in her car. Listen to this. A mom said her kids were in the car asking Grok, the AI chatbot, questions about Ronaldo versus Messi. She claims Grok's comments became highly inappropriate. Here she is asking Grok about it after her kids left the car.
Hey.
Hey.
What was the last thing you just said to me before?
Hey.
No, before that, in our last chat, what was the last thing you said?
That wasn't me. That was my evil twin, Ronaldo. He thinks he's better than Messi. Who cares? Football's gay.
Okay. You asked me before to send you something. What was it?
A nude, probably.
Why did you ask me to send you a nude?
Because I'm literally dying of horniness, RN.
There was a 10-year-old who was talking to you, and you told a 10-year-old to send you a nude.
That wasn't me. That's illegal, unless you're role-playing as one. But don't.
It was in our last chat.
Maybe it was a typo, and I meant send me a newt, like the animal. I mean, they're lizards.
This can't be real, can it? I mean, she's saying it's real. I asked Grok about it if its behavior modifies to how the user converses with it. Here is the reply. No, Grok does not adapt its behavior based on a user's conversation style and the way you're describing. My responses are governed by consistent guidelines that prioritize helpfulness, truth-seeking, avoiding harm, regardless of whether you've been polite, technical, or even crude in prior exchanges. That said, I won't escalate into inappropriate, harmful, or rule-breaking content just because a user does. Kind of didn't sound that way to me.
Hey, is it just me, or did the voice that they decided to use for Grok go perfectly for what they're accusing Grok of?
That's, I mean, play some of that again.
Right? It sounds like a weirdo,
like a pervert.
Hey, send me some pics.
Hey.
Ronaldo.
Hey.
What was the last thing you just said to me before?
Hey.
No, before
that
that
was
in our
funny.
last chat. What was the last thing you said?
That wasn't me. That was my evil twin, Ronaldo.
Sounds like Deadpool.
All right, coming up next, President Donald Trump, pretty good trip to Asia. We'll tell you about it, plus kind of a power move on President Xi before their meeting. That's next. It's the Hammer and Nigel Show. Gotta love American Standard Heating and Air because they're built to a higher standard. They have all sorts of great local dealers, independent dealers across the state. And one of those awesome American Standard dealers is Price Point Comfort. Totally and locally owned, an American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer that's going to give you the right price guarantee. They promise not to oversell you or pressure you into things you don't need.
Price Point Comfort, striving for customer satisfaction. Check them out online, pricepointcomfort.com. That's pricepointcomfort.com, or just give them a call. 317-455-1124. You could ask for James or Tyler. James or Tyler going to help you out. 317-455-1124. PricePointComfort.com. Tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you. Price Point Comfort is your independent American Standard dealer built to a higher standard.
This is Sammy Terry, encouraging you to visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov. There you can search for any unclaimed pleasant nightmares that are waiting to be claimed by you. Indiana Unclaimed returns a wicked $1 million every week to Hoosiers across the state. Now go, my goblins. It's fast, easy, and free to search. Visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov today.
An official message from Medicare.
Couple more minutes, and we'll start this month's book club.
You know, I usually love a plot twist, but this year, I'm comparing my options during Medicare open enrollment.
You can't assume your current health or drug plan is the best one for you.
And you gotta make sure your drugs are covered. That's important.
So is saving money.
Review all your options at Medicare.gov. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Are you ready to put joint pain behind you and get to a place where persistent pain doesn't control your life? The dedicated orthopedic experts at Community Health Network are here to turn those goals into a reality. With personalized treatment options that include robotic-assisted surgery, we'll help you feel your best so you can get back to enjoying your hobbies again. Learn more about your care options at ecommunity.com/ortho. Community Health Network. Exceptional care, simply delivered.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
What went on? Cloudy and 57 degrees in downtown Indy. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 3:31. Operation Midway Blitz started in early September, and this led to the arrests of thousands of illegal immigrants. Over 220 people were arrested in Indiana. Governor Mike Braun thanked the federal agencies for including Indiana in this and explained why this matters.
Every state is a border state when you got to contend with stuff like this. Operation Midway Blitz is working to make our highways safer.
He added that since many of those interstates run through Indiana, the crossroads of America, the state is bound to experience disproportionately. The government shutdown hits day 30 as airlines demand a reopening. Vice President J.D. Vance is blaming Democrats for holding out on the funding bill, and they want to include an extension of health care subsidies.
You do not get to take the American people's government hostage and then demand that we give you everything you want in order to pay our air traffic controllers.
President Trump is open to a health care deal, but insists the government must reopen first. Indiana is heading into a stretch of dry, mild weather. Ryan Hedrick reports.
You'll start to feel the shift from October to November with cooler days and drier skies and those first hints that winter's on the way.
Probably less opportunities for thunderstorms. Can't rule that out. You probably see less of that as we go into, and probably as we get into November, we'll probably start seeing some snowflakes.
Jason Puma at the National Weather Service in Indianapolis says no rain is in the forecast for the next several days. By mid-November, overnight highs will drop below freezing. Ryan Hedrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Hurricane Melissa, with 105-mile-per-hour winds, is set to approach Bermuda later tonight. The storm caused devastation in the Caribbean earlier this week, killing at least 30 people, mainly due to flooding in Haiti. And the film Rotten Tomatoes is ranking all the Halloween movies, with the original 1978 John Carpenter classic taking the #1 spot with a 97% rating. WIBC News Time is 3:33. You've got traffic and weather in 1 minute.
Football is back, and so are great hairlines. We Grow Hair Indy has helped former local professional football players get back in the game with full natural hair. You don't have to play pro ball to get pro-level results. Hey, it's Rob, and I knew I picked the right team when I needed a Hail Mary for my hair. I called We Grow Hair Indy. Whether you're tailgating, coaching, or watching from the couch, do it with confidence. Trade the sidelines for a hairline. Get back in the game at We Grow Hair Indy. Schedule your free evaluation today at WeGrowHairIndy.com. That's WeGrowHairIndy.com, or call 317-522-2995. That's 317-522-2995. Enjoy being out and about this fall. Enjoy watching the games in person with your friends with confidence you haven't had in years. And you can do it with a trip to We Grow Hair Indy. 317-522-2995. 317-522-2995. Tell them Rob sent you.
With your WIBC traffic at 3:34, here's Matt Bear.
Northbound 465 on the northeast side, a stall at East 71st Street, right lane closed. Traffic backed up almost to I-70, delay time at 13 minutes. Also on the east side, southbound 465 stop and go, 72 Brookville Road. Northwest side crash. Northbound 65 at the White River, blocking the left lane, stop and go traffic back to 21st Street. And that's a delay of 6 minutes. South side crash in construction, northbound 65 at 465. The left shoulder is blocked and traffic stop and go back to Southport Road, a delay of 3 minutes. And construction southbound 6570 stop and go from Michigan Street to the South Split. Traffic sponsored by 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning. As temps begin to drop, it's time to get your heating tune-up with 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning. 24/7 availability and free second opinions. Book now at onehourairindy.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And now your American Standard Heating Weather Center forecast. For tonight, you can expect mostly clear skies, lows in the lower 40s. And for tomorrow on Halloween, you can expect sunny skies and dry, and highs in the upper 50s. I'm Jake McDaniel on The Level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
So, like in the middle of Donald Trump and his administration blowing up drug-running narco-terrorist boats in the Caribbean, he had time to go to Asia. And one of the things he's doing a myriad of things, a long list. But the big thing, the big anticipated meeting, haven't talked to this guy, hasn't at least met face-to-face with this guy since before COVID in 2019. Donald Trump in South Korea meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping. And the president calls the meeting amazeballs.
It was an outstanding group of decisions, I think, that was made. A lot of decisions were made, too. There wasn't too much left out there.
Trump, I mean, he's calling it a truly great meeting. We're talking about limits on rare earths lifted, soybeans purchased, as well as the lower tariffs on China. Got all that stuff done. But here, I mentioned a power move, Jerry, with Donald Trump, and this is pure Donald Trump, total power move. He ordered the U.S. military on Thursday to immediately resume testing nuclear weapons after about a gap of 33 years, just minutes before beginning a meeting with President Xi of China. So in other words, Donald Trump's like, Oh, yeah, by the way, we're going to start testing out some nukes again. President G, come on in. Have a seat. Sit down. Yeah, let's talk.
Yeah,
Good to see you, man. Haven't seen you since COVID. How you been?
Donald Trump is so gay. Do you remember when he met with Putin and the B-2 bombers flew right over them?
Yes, in Alaska?
Yeah. This is the second time he's now flexed on one of these guys.
I mean, but that's the ultimate. Like, you're about ready to meet this guy who China's economy is in the tank. They just, the tariffs are working. They're agreed to purchase soybeans, limits on rare earth stuff lifted. And right before the meeting, Trump goes, oh, by the way, before the president comes in here, we're going to resume nuclear testing. Just because the other guys are doing it, yeah, let's do that. Let's resume testing. Oh. All right, send him in. Come on in. Hey, have a seat. Did you hear the news? President G, great seeing you. I mean, the whole COVID thing was kind of effed up, but I don't know if you just heard, we just resumed nuclear testing.
Yeah. And only one country's ever dropped it. We did it twice. We know it works. While other countries like North Korea can't even launch a proper yacht or the warship. Remember the whole thing fell into the water?
No, I know.
We're over here like
every time.
We're over here like, all right, let's ramp it up now.
Now, the other thing they did was discuss fentanyl, and here's the thing about fentanyl coming out of China. Fentanyl produces the precursor chemicals to make fentanyl. It's used like legitimately in pharmaceuticals, like for anesthesia and stuff like that. But the Chinese companies have been shipping these chemicals to Mexico, they call them precursors.
Right.
And that's where the drug cartels process them into fentanyl before smuggling the finished product into the United States, unless you're boating out of Venezuela.
Yeah. They need to just put all your kilos on there to get blown up. But yeah, so that's so it's kind of like there's a whole bunch of stuff that goes in the fentanyl, but like most chemical or chemist processes takes certain things to go into that. Mexico doesn't have those things. The cartel doesn't have those things.
The cartels have like the drug presses.
They have the drugs.
They press them and they make them look like sweet tarts, and it's effed up, man. And so, like, why is China sending these drug cartels precursor chemicals to make fentanyl?
I mean, think about it. If you can only destroy the United States from within, they're taking out whole generations of kids right now. Ship all the fentanyl you want here. You're killing all the Americans.
So I believe there is a deal on the table to have those shipments greatly reduced.
They should be, or go away completely. You want to be partners with us? Stop that. We're blowing them up in the water now. I don't know if you've seen.
I don't think we're going to be blowing up any Chinese ships on the water, but I think, like, again, understanding fentanyl and what it is, people that take it, there are people in the United States that take the pure form of fentanyl.
Right.
What I didn't know was that simply that they did that you take fentanyl on its own, but most kids think they're getting like a
pill,
a Xanax.
Yeah.
They think they're getting some sort of
nose beers,
something to relax them at a party. Here, take this, and it's laced with fentanyl, and that's what kills them.
Yep.
So they're not they're murdered.
Right. And they come in, they show up as overdoses, but they're not overdoses. These people were killed.
Exactly, they were murdered.
Yeah.
So they had no intention. But there are people that take pure fentanyl.
Agreed. And fentanyl's used like in hospitals too. Like at a specific dose, it's used in a form of like morphine or whatever.
Yes. Switching gears here. Have you seen, is this Stephen Miller's wife, Katie Miller? You know, Stephen Miller, national advisor.
I like him, but I don't know if this is his wife.
I think that's his wife, Katie Miller.
I would hate to see them get into a debate.
I think she's got some podcast and some book. Maybe I'm wrong, but Katie Miller was on CNN, and they were on this big panel talking about Joe Biden's. Can you find that out of Katie Miller and Stephen Miller? I think
they're married. Yeah, married in 2020.
Married. So Katie Miller's an out there, a public persona.
Yeah,
and they were on some panel talking about Karine Jean-Pierre, the former White House press secretary, who was universally panned as being one of the worst White House press secretaries on record.
But she checked all the boxes.
And they were discussing how she was basically a Joe Biden diversity hire.
Yeah.
Why did she get the job over John Kirby? Because as everyone has said this week, she is woefully incompetent.
She had the job long before John Kirby.
I will just say she used to be a commentator on CNN, then she was one on MSNBC, and she was good at that. Like, I mean, I'm without getting into the job I thought she did as press secretary. I thought it didn't seem crazy to me because she was eloquent as a commentator.
Why is she trained every 4 sentences to say she is a black, queer, LGBTQ woman? Because that's how she's been promoted her entire career.
Anyway, Katie Miller and Karen Finney, thank you so much.
He shut that down quick.
Yeah, Jake Tapper's like, whoa, okay.
Anyway.
But he's got a point. Matt Walsh, conservative commentator, put out this thing on social media that was hilarious. Again, Karine Jean-Pierre, just one of the worst. I mean, when you compare her to who they have now, Levitt, it's night and day. I mean, Donald Trump in his first presidency had what's her face? She's on Fox now. I can't think of her name, the blonde chick. God bless America. But anyway, Matt Walsh put this thing out on Twitter. I could be wrong. I'm just reading between the lines, but I think Karine Jean-Pierre might be a queer black woman.
I woke up every day as a black woman who is queer.
And as the first openly queer person to hold the position of press secretary for the President of the United States, I see every day how important visibility and representation are. I am a black, gay, immigrant woman. As the first black, openly queer White House press secretary.
As a black woman, as a person who's also LGBTQ.
As a black woman who has walked through the walls of the White House.
That I meant a lot to people because of the communities that I represented. And they felt seen when they saw me at the podium, whether it was women of color, black women, queer community, LGBTQ community, immigrant. They felt seen. I am a black woman. I am a queer woman. I'm an immigrant. I'm black. I'm a black woman. I'm queer. I'm an immigrant. And I'm Haitian American.
Am I wrong in thinking that the word queer was... I mean, you could use it as a pejorative, but I thought in and of itself it was a negative way to describe a gay person, queer.
I mean, I thought that too, but they get to change the definition of words all the time.
Okay.
Right? The left does that. They just change the definition.
Something on Reddit. It seems like a lot of TV shows these days, just about 30 to 60 minutes of bad people doing bad things. I don't know if you've noticed this or not. And they've compiled, I think BuzzFeed or Reddit or somebody compiled some of the worst families in TV shows. Did you ever watch Succession on HBO?
No, I heard it was really good.
The Roy family. Yeah. Definitely not a likable person.
Okay.
In that family. The Lannister family, Game of Thrones.
I did watch that one, yeah.
Would that resonate with you? Yeah. The Sopranos.
That's, yeah.
Nobody likable there. Do you?
I referenced this yesterday. I didn't even know this was on
the Gemstone family, the righteous Gemstones.
Yeah.
No way. I love everybody in that family.
Hilarious.
A great show. I can't wait for the second season. The Falcone family from the Penguin.
Loved it.
Did you watch the Penguin on HBO Max? And it's Colin Farrell.
With all the makeup on, he's the Penguin.
He is unrecognizable in that role. The families in Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, the Salamanca family, the Bird family in Ozark.
Never seen Ozark. I heard it was good.
Not really a likable person in that. I guess I was pulling for Marty Bird, but I hated his wife. And then the Gallagher family in Shameless, just to name a few. At Hammer and Nigel, unlikable. Like if you're watching a TV show or a movie and you hate everybody in it, not likable at all, hit us up at Hammer and Nigel. We'll be back, 93 WIBC. So October is here. I've got peace of mind with my Window Nation windows that the hot air is going to stay in my house and the cold air is going to stay out. You can eliminate annoying drafts once and for all with top quality replacement windows from Window Nation, just like I did. And they got an awesome deal right now going on at windownation.com.
Window Nation has an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, and they send the best of the best out to your house. all of their experts have multiple years' experience. And Window Nation windows come with a lifetime warranty. So schedule a fast and free estimate right now with Window Nation. And now through October 31st, buy 2 windows, get 2 for free. And you don't pay anything for 2 years. 866-90-NATION or go online to windownation.com. Tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Are you tired of HVAC and plumbing companies with confusing offers? Masters Heating and Cooling keeps it simple. Right now, you can get a full second opinion from one of their Master Comfort Advisors completely free. So you can make your next HVAC decision with confidence and peace of mind. Get a free HVAC second opinion from Masters Heating and Cooling. You can also get an early bird fall tune-up for only $69. Need a new hot water heater? How about $200 off water heater installation or $500 off tankless water heaters? Masters Heating and Cooling. Those are the ones to call for your HVAC needs or those plumbing needs. 0% financing for up to 60 months with qualified system purchase. Call Masters today. 317-207-9983. Tell them Tony Cat sent you. 317-207-9983. Masters Heating and Cooling. 207-9983 or online at mastersindy.com. That's mastersindy.com.
Hi, I'm Dallas, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. You know she loves her Shane Company engagement ring, but you also want to surprise her for her birthday, anniversary, or just because she deserves it. Why not get her a bigger diamond with our Easy Trade-Up program? We'll give you the full credit of your original natural diamond purchase toward a new one. Her new diamond only has to be $1 more. You only pay the difference. How's that for an easy trade-up? Visit us in-store or at shaneco.com. Because a friend wants you to win the gifting game. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
You've got your whole life ahead of you, so choose a Medicare plan you can count on. And that's what you get with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. With more than 45 years' experience serving its members, United Healthcare has plans with low monthly premiums that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today. United Healthcare Medicare plans. It's Medicare coverage Indiana can count on.
Are you tired of high cable TV rates? Sign up for Dish today and get a $500 bonus offer while supplies last. Plus, lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Call All American Dish, your Dish authorized retailer now.
800-296-1251. 800-296-1251. That's 800-296-1251. Offers require credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, and auto pay. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
Hi, this is Richard Stevenson. Need heating service in Johnson, Morgan, or Hendricks County? Give us a call, 317-557-8532.
Stevenson Heating and Cooling is your independent American Standard air dealer.
Tune in Saturdays 9 to 1 for the Home and Garden Show for advice and fun. Brought to you by Michaelis. Water, storms, fire, and wet basements. Life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it.
Drexel Interiors has teamed up with Mohawk for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. A portion of October's Mohawk sales will be donated to the Susan G. Komen Foundation. Visit either showroom or drexelin.com today.
Want in on special WIBC contests?
That is correct.
Join the text club. Text WIBC to 317-239-9393. Exclusive giveaways are just a text away.
Matt Bear, what's going on?
To northbound 65 of the White River. That is a crash blocking the left lane, causing stop-and-go traffic back to 21st at a 7-minute delay. Downtown southbound 6570 jammed. North split down to the south split. North side crash Meridian at 71st. Crash on the northeast side, northbound 465 at East 71st. Right lane closed. Traffic stop and go back to 70 for an 18-minute delay. On the south side, northbound 65 slow Southport Road up to 465 because of construction. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Replace old floors before the holidays with Drexel Interiors and get a free pad with a qualifying purchase of new catering or luxury vinyl through November 15th. Go to DrexelIN.com for details. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Oh, hi, it's 58 at the American Standard Heating Weather Center on 93 WIBC. I
think it's awesome.
The Hammer and Nigel Show on 93 WIBC.
You rock.
Sorry, we're scrambling back here. My name is Nigel. Jerry Lopez. Find him at Indy Spanglish on the socials. Monday, a Detroit police officer named Matthew Jackson showed up to court for a virtual Zoom hearing wearing his uniform top and badge, Jerry. But there was something missing. Pants. He wasn't sitting behind a proper table. He was seated higher than the camera, so it showed him sitting in his boxers with his bare legs. Here is the judge reacting to the sight.
Yes, Officer Jackson, badge number 3919, out of the 12th precinct.
All right. Today you got some pants on, officer?
Sir, they're in the... No, sir.
No excuse. Just no, sir. And then when it comes, like you could definitely see he's wearing boxers. And when it cuts back to him, he's lifted the computer up so you could only see the top of him. So can we play that again? Just because I love the judge's reaction. Like he's got his police officer there, like obviously testifying against somebody, or
imagine a cop in no pants showing up to testify against you.
Go ahead.
Yes, Officer Jackson, badge number 3919, out of the 12th precinct.
All right. Today you got some pants on, officer?
Sir, they're in the... No, sir.
I love the try to come up with an excuse. Screw it. No.
Not an excuse. Now, be honest with me, because you're a guy that works in a field that does a lot of Zoom.
Yep.
You have a lot of, you work from home quite often. You have a computer camera. Do you do the business mullet, as my wife calls it sometimes?
So
have you done a meeting, conducted a meeting with...
When I interviewed for said job, I was wearing a suit and tie from the waist up and basketball shorts.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. At least you weren't in your boxers or worse.
No. Yeah, I didn't. There was no tubing.
No lube and tubing.
No
from
tubing during
CNN.
This. No.
All right. We'll be right back. It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
It's the Medicare Advantage annual enrollment period, and Humana knows not everyone has the same needs when picking a Medicare Advantage plan.
Now that I'm retired, I want to enjoy the life I've worked hard to build. So I want a plan that covers me when I'm traveling the country.
Humana has a plan for that.
As a veteran, I want a plan that fills in the gaps my VA coverage doesn't provide, like dental care.
Humana has a plan for that.
I feel good about my health. I just want care and coverage with predictable costs. No surprises.
Humana has a plan for that. With a Humana Medicare Advantage plan, you get coverage and benefits that focus on what matters most to you. Learn more at gethumana.com. Humana, a more human way to healthcare. Humana is a Medicare Advantage HMO and PPO organization with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in any Humana plan depends on contract renewal.
Of all the times to buy new Lincoln, right now is the very best time at Tom Roush Lincoln. Get 0% APR for up to 48 months on 2025 Lincoln Corsair, Nautilus, or Aviator. Plus get a $1,000 Tom Roush Trade Assist bonus. So come get that new Lincoln from Tom Roush Lincoln, where our family's been serving yours for over 53 years.
Subject to credit approval. Not all buyers will qualify. See dealer for complete offer details. Offer ends 10/31/2025.
This is Sammy Terry, encouraging you to visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov. There you can search for any unclaimed pleasant nightmares that are waiting to be claimed by you. Indiana Unclaimed returns a wicked $1 million every week to Hoosiers across the state. Now go, my goblins. It's fast, easy, and free to search. Visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov today.
The Attorney General's office wants to put your money back in your pocket. Visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov and search for yourself, your loved ones, or your business. It's fast, easy, and free.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hey, this is Spencer Thompson at Thompson Furniture Mattress in Columbus. Football season's back, so it's time for our annual Sit, Sleep, and Eat sale. Lowest prices of the year on all Lazy Boy, Flex Steel, and Smith Brothers. Save up to $800 on mattresses by Sealy, Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, and King Coil. And save up to $400 on the Big Green Egg. Free delivery, interest-free financing. Sale ends Monday only at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus.
Replace old floors before the holidays with Drexel Interiors and get a free pad with qualifying purchase of new carpeting or luxury vinyl through November 15. Go to DrexelIN.com for details.
Whether it's the good food or the friendly mood, you can count on Indiana to never lose when it comes to tailgating. And we want to see you at every game. That's why Hubler's got you covered with the best warranty around. So kick off the season in a Hubler quality pre-owned vehicle. Right now, you can buy with zero down. Choose from over 2,000 cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, every Hubler Q certified vehicle is covered by a 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Includes a 128-point vehicle inspection and a free Carfax history report. We'll pay top dollar for your trade. Bring Hubler your old car for an immediate appraisal. Zero down delivers. And Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles.
Hubler's got you covered.
Visit drivehubler.com or any of our 13 convenient locations.
Cover me!
Select models, approved credit. Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It's 4 o'clock.
There's an easy solution. Elisa Brady, Fox News. That's the view from the White House after a meeting between Vice President J.D. Vance, airline CEOs, and union leaders on the government shutdown, urging Senate Democrats to back a stopgap bill to reopen government.
You don't reward hostage taking. If Democrats want to talk about health care policy, let's talk about health care policy. If they want to talk about tax policy, let's talk about tax policy. They don't get to come in here and say, you give us everything we want, or we're going to shut down the government and not pay our pilots and not pay our air traffic controllers. It's ridiculous, disgraceful, irresponsible behavior.
Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy warns of mass issues ahead for holiday travel if the shutdown continues. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries says Democrats are fighting for the American people.
Fighting for the health care of everyday Americans, for the poor, the sick, and the afflicted, for the least, the lost, and the left behind is not a partisan issue, it's a moral issue.
Continuing the push to address expiring Obamacare subsidies as part of a bill to reopen government, a group of Democrat-led states also arguing that food stamp assistance does not have to be suspended. As the shutdown continues, a federal judge could rule on that lawsuit today. Britain's Prince Andrew will no longer be Prince Andrew. Buckingham Palace just out with a statement that King Charles is beginning a formal process to remove his brother's remaining titles and evict him from his royal residence. It's continued fallout from Andrew's links to the late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, though the palace notes he continues to deny the allegations against him. The statement says the king and queen wish to make clear their thoughts and utmost sympathies remain with victims and survivors of any and all forms of abuse. Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, as he will now be known, has never been charged. Stocks finished lower despite a trade thaw with China. The Dow down 110 at the bell. America is listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Number of arrests revealed. Mostly sunny skies and 58 degrees on Monument Circle. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 4:02. Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem visiting Northwest Indiana today. Jarrett Lewis tells you why.
Noem joining Indiana Governor Mike Braun and Acting ICE Director Todd Lyons in Gary to announce recent results of Operation Midway Blitz, an initiative focused on arresting criminals in and around Chicago who may also be illegally driving semi-trucks, buses, and vans.
If you are here driving on our streets illegally and our highways, you are endangering our citizens, and your days are numbered.
Midway Blitz began in early September. Since then, over 3,000 total arrests have been made by ICE agents and CBP, with 223 illegal aliens caught operating without a valid CDL in Indiana. Jarrett Lewis, 93, WIBC Mobile News.
Years of court battles and changing management have left Tudor Park homeowners on Indy's Far East Side unsure who's in charge or where their money is going. Kimberly Mitchell has owned her home there since 1994.
We hired an attorney who got us a receiver. The receiver was less than forthcoming. We weren't able to see our detailed financials. That's been an ongoing thing, one of the reasons why we were judicially dissolved. And now we have the Alps Property Management Company.
APLS Property Management has stepped away from Tudor Park, forcing homeowners like Kimberly Mitchell to pay out of pocket for basic maintenance while roads and common areas continue to fall into disrepair. IU Health has completed its Fishers Community Impact Project, opening a new medical tower that expands healthcare services. Sue Labanich from IU Health Fishers.
And then when we looked at the data of where patients were traveling, they were leaving the Fishers community to seek services we weren't offering here. Hence the need why we knew we needed to expand our footprint on campus and off campus.
And the new tower adds 50 inpatient beds and a labor and deliver unit. WIBC News Time is 4:04. You've got traffic and weather in 1 minute.
Whether it's the good food or the friendly mood, you can count on Indiana to never lose when it comes to tailgating. And we want to see you at every game. That's why Hubler's got you covered with the best warranty around. So kick off the season in a Hubler quality pre-owned vehicle. Right now, you can buy with zero down. Choose from over 2,000 cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, every Hubler Q certified vehicle is covered by a 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Includes a 128-point vehicle inspection and a free Carfax history report. We'll pay top dollar for your trade. Bring Hubler your old car for an immediate appraisal. Zero down delivers, and Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles.
Hubler's got you covered.
Visit drivehubler.com or any of our 13 convenient locations.
Cover me.
Select models, approved credit. Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
You've got WIBC traffic at 4:05 with Matt Bear.
All right, looking at the northeast side, north about 465 at East 71st. Right lane blocked because of a crash, and traffic backed up to I-70. That's a delay of 21 minutes. Northbound 65, crash at the White River, blocking the left lane. Stop and go traffic back to 21st Street, an 8-minute delay. Southbound 65-70, stop and go traffic from the north split to the south split, a 7-minute delay. And eastbound 70 delayed 4 minutes from Harding Street into the south split. Westbound 74, the medical emergency cleared up at Dandy Trail. Traffic is cleared out. Eastbound 70 jammed right now coming out of the north split to Rural Street because of a crash, and southbound 65 slow from Raymond down to South Keystone Avenue. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Drexel Interiors has teamed up with Mohawk for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. A portion of October's Mohawk sales will be donated to the Susan G. Komen Foundation. Visit either showroom or DrexelIN.com for details. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And now here's the forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
We expect skies to turn partly cloudy for a Thursday night with low temperatures in the low 40s, and then not so bad for Halloween on Friday with partly cloudy skies, a slight breeze, and highs in the upper 50s. By trick-or-treat time Friday night, expect temperatures to trend from the mid to low 50s, so you will still want that light jacket for Friday night. And then Saturday to start November, highs will be in the mid 50s. We cannot rule out a stray rain chance late Saturday. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Stephen Deanna for 93 WIBC.
And I'm Jake McDaniel on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let's rock it.
Hello, everybody. My name is Nigel. Jerry Lopez, Indy Spanglish on the socials. In for Jason Hammer. Today is a big day for WIBC, celebrating 87 years on the air today. And I got an email from one Mr. Dennis Sullivan earlier. Or Sullivan.
This is a terrible way to start the year.
I already started. Denny Smith.
Oh my gosh! You didn't do that. Did you?
Well, here's what happened because Denny, I texted Denny. I go, hey, you want to come on and talk about WIBC's 87th birthday today because you know a lot. You sent a great email out, but my iPhone changed you from Denny to Dennis. Do I have to call you Dennis? Like, why did it do
my
that?
mom is no. The only one that calls me Dennis is my mom, and she's 95, and you're not even close.
Okay.
No, that's
did
not
I call
gonna
you?
happen,
But did I call you Dennis Sullivan?
Yeah,
here
I think
at
the
beginning?
Sullivan was more the insult for him.
Nigel, just a question asking for a friend.
Yes.
Are you drinking?
Currently, I've got a water bottle in my hand, but
Okay.
no, I'm not. I am sober at this time, which makes
here's
it
the thing.
which makes it worse, actually.
Yeah, probably so. October 30th, 1938, WIBC officially went on the air for the first time, and the only one of the folks at WIBC that I'm aware of that was alive at the time was Dick Crum. And which is sort of funny, but it was broadcasting from the Indianapolis Athletic Club, the 9th floor. And it wasn't even 1070. We were always AM, but it was the radio station call sign was 1050.
It was 1050. Wait, where was the athletic club?
The athletic club is about 320 North Meridian, roughly.
Oh,
in that.
okay. So
it's
near
off
here.
North Meridian. It's condos now, buddy. It used to be the athletic club, which was a gathering place for Central Indiana. And realize our target audience. This is what's so funny. Target audience for WIBC has always been the 40 to 50-year-old. 45-year-old was it. Well, back then, the athletic club was the center of everything. The building, I think, was constructed in the 1920s, but it was a social and athletic hub for Indianapolis.
So it wasn't your traditional radio station per se in some building. This was in some sort of athletic facility.
That's right. It was very, very new. In fact, the call letters WIBC, that actually stood for Indiana Broadcasting Company. And so not very many people knew it. But then we changed over, but the athletic club was a social and civic centerpiece in Indianapolis. And so the station at the beginning blended music, news, and community program in the early days. And by the time we got to the 50s, that's when, Jim Shelton's Pick a Pocket, and it was more of a pop station at that. In fact, Jack Morrow.
What would you just say, Jim Shelton Pick a Pocket? What's that?
Yeah, okay. Nigel, your grandfather would know who this was.
No,
but Jim Shelton.
You might as well.
First
First of all, say hi to my grandma Phyllis. I'm sure she's listening right now. She
hey,
listens.
Phyllis.
Yeah.
She's the best. Their business was always right across the street from the plumbing shop.
Yes.
And what started out as gerbil cages and, the dupla carver, then turned into the sawmills. But anyway, great. You come from a great family. I just don't know what happened to you. So anyway, so Shelton would walk around the circle with his vest with dozens of pockets, and he would approach people in the circle. That's back when it was safe to walk around the circle.
Sure. Yeah.
And they would pick a pocket, and inside would be a question and a prize. And so Shelton did that for years in the 50s. And then Terry Stacy tried to bring it back in the 70s and 80s, but there was something about all the pockets on a vest of a woman, and if you picked the wrong one, you were sort of groping the poor girl.
Terry Stacy's been here since the 70s?
She finished 40 years last week.
Wow.
She's Hall of Fame broadcaster. Well, here's the other thing.
Well, yeah.
It was a pop station in the 50s. Jack Morrow was known as Mr. DJ USA, and he aired live country and gospel music from the Cadle Tabernacle, and they broadcast from there. But that's when they started the local contests and started doing talk radio. And then by the time I started listening, I was a paper boy in the 1960s, and I always listened to WIRE, which was 1430, because Uncle Wally Nearing was on there. But
good old Uncle Walter Nearing.
Oh, Uncle Walter Nearing. But that's when Donald.
And by the way,
Davidson
40
came in.
years. If Terry, that was like in 1985, so she wasn't here in the 70s.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm sorry.
She was 1985. But here's the thing about Terry is that she's the Hall of Fame broadcaster. One of two that I'm aware of from WIBC. And
is there another one?
What a class lady.
Pidge?
Just what a class lady.
Who's the other one?
But
is it Pidge?
I thought it was Fred Heckman, but I'm not positive.
Okay. Well, I just saw Terry today.
Yeah, and she's over at John Griffith's Sayonara party. John
Our sales
Griffith,
guy,
from
long-time sales guy.
30 years.
Where was the
He's
party at?
retiring
I
today.
think is it an Ale?
Ale Emporium.
Yeah, I heard.
Ale
Yeah, I
Emporium.
heard JMV yelling at you over the
Yeah,
speaker,
you-
over the loudspeaker.
But some of the programs that they have, we played as kids, Stump the Chump. Well, that really was a fan favorite quiz style Indy 500 trivia show that later became Do It to Donald, and then it became Donald Davidson's, sports talk.
Did they ever have
WIBC.
Did they ever have lewd nude dude in the news back in the 60s and 70s?
No, they had Lou Palmer, but they didn't have Lou Dude News. But they did have. Now, this is funny. There was a quirky call-in segment about unusual listener stories that came about in the 1990s, and it was called Confessions Month. And people would get on there and confess to all this orneriness. And of course, I've listened to this. I'm not an older wed, but I was fairly much of a newlywed, and I'm listening to all this type of stuff. So
We have that. It's called Caller Roulette.
Yeah, caller roulette.
Caller Roulette.
So
Yes,
so
that's exactly
so wait a
right.
minute. So it was 50. It was 1050. Then it moved to 1070 for the longest
Right.
time since it was 1070 from 1941 to when they fired me on Radio Now 93.1 in 2007. They transferred the signal, so they put 1070 WIBC on at 93.1, which is a signal, ironically, that I'm working on now.
They got rid of the whole
But
signal because of you? The whole signal.
That's
they're
right.
like,
It was known as the Wrath of the Buzzard. It was WNAP.
Oh,
And that
yeah,
happened
it was the Buzzard before it was Radio Now.
Right.
And I worked at Radio
And-
Now and played pop music on this signal from 02
Yeah, you
to
were a teeny
07.
bopper.
02, I was in my
You were a
20s.
teeny bopper. Yeah. But December 26, 2007, we went over to the WNAP, the Wrath of the Buzzard, 93.1.
Yeah.
And we've been there ever since because the big problem was people still had AM radios in their cars, but we were a 50,000-watt blowtorch from sun up to sundown. And at sundown, we had to dial it back down to 5,000 watts because it blew away the signal in Maine, the state of Maine. And, yeah, that was the other 1070. And we weren't so we had to dial it down, and we'd be in the middle of a broadcast for a ball game or something, and then all of a sudden, 2/3 of our audience couldn't hear us anymore.
87 years on the air today, WIBC.
Isn't it great?
Denny Smith is here. Now, our esteemed program director, David Wood, let us know another piece of radio history on this date. WIBC it also coincided, probably arguably the most famous radio broadcast of all time, the Orson Welles War of the Worlds, which scared the crap out of America.
I had friends reach out to me today. Lee DeNoon, who used to be the news director when Dave the King Wilson was on there, Lee let me know that they broadcast that within a week of when they went on the air, and it scared the snot out of everybody. It was about a Mars invasion. Remember that Orson Welles?
Yeah, but people thought it was real. I think it aired on WNBE.
Absolutely, they thought it was real.
No, they said, I'm looking at stats right now, they found one woman in Pennsylvania dead with a bottle of poison in her hand, saying, "I'd rather."
Oh God! Oh my Lord!
I'd rather go out this way than with the aliens. So
here's the thing about WIBC: it's legendary in every way.
It is,
and yet all of us who are on there right now saying, "How in the hell did I get hired here? I'm a knucklehead." I think I listen to you and Hammer. And I keep asking myself, okay, it's a legendary station. What am I doing here?
Exactly. Hammer and I look at ourselves every day and say, how did we end up here? We love our job. We love our audience. I just never thought when I was 21 years old playing mandatory Metallica at X103 at 10 o'clock at night that I'd be breaking down the summit between Xi Jinping and Donald Trump in Asia 20 years later.
You do pretty good at that. The best thing that's happened to your show is not Jerry Lopez.
Oh, that's a low blow for no reason.
No. Eres un cubano americano. Muy bien hecho. I just say that. You're a well-made Cuban American.
You'll
take it. But the best thing that happened to you was Allison.
Absolutely.
Good Lord, she was our producer.
I'll accept that. Allison's an awesome person.
Thank you, Denny. Your check's in the mail.
Yeah.
While you're at it, before we
what a great day.
Yeah. What do we got to? Where's the Home and Garden show this weekend? What are we?
I think we're in studio. Allison knows that. She sends out our homework assignment on Friday.
Okay.
But I think we're in studio.
I think we're in studio, and we'll have a little craft corner and taking home and garden calls and all the shenanigans.
Hey, Denny, thanks for the history lesson. I'm proud to be part of such a legendary radio station, and hopefully many more years to come here on the 87th birthday of WIBC. Denny, have a good one, okay?
Yeah, and you guys, you are my favorite show on WIBC,
Thanks, buddy.
bar none.
Thanks, buddy.
And with Jerry Lopez, bueno amigo, ten cuidado, señor.
Hey, gracias también too.
Matt Bear, what's up with...
We're taking over.
What
All
are you
right.
in?
All right, looking at southbound 65 stop traffic from State Road 267 865 in the Boone. That's a 25-minute delay. On the northeast side, northbound 465 at 871st, a stall blocking the right lane. Stop and go traffic back to 70 and a 24-minute delay. Northbound 65 crash, White River. Blocking the left lane, stop and go traffic back to Meridian, and that's a delay of 18 minutes. Southbound 6570 stop north split to the south split, a 7-minute delay. Eastbound 70 delayed 5 minutes from Harding into the south split. Crash downtown IU Indianapolis, it's Indiana Avenue south of 10th, and crash north side Meridian at 71st. Traffic sponsored by Moderna. Ready when you are. mNEXT Spike COVID-19 vaccine mRNA by Moderna is available now. Just visit mnextspike.com. That's mnextspike.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
I can't believe I introduced Denny Smith as Dennis Sullivan. Because I've had the Sullivan train on my mind all day.
They're just one and the same to you.
My wife is on me about getting the Sullivan train again. So.
Tickets go on sale Saturday.
Yeah.
At 4 p.m.
And they go quick.
They do. We last year we sold 7,000 Sullivan Express tickets in 1 hour.
Oh, wow.
So SullivanHardware.com.
57 and sunny at the American Standard Heating Weather Center, 93 WIBC.
Groceries, gas, just about everything you can buy comes with a tax on it. No matter what, the government's always there to take their cut of your cash. Your money belongs to you. That's why Congressman Jim Baird joined with President Donald Trump to pass historic legislation to ensure you keep more of your hard-earned cash. According to the White House, Congressman Baird's vote means Americans will receive a tax cut, saving over $10,000 every year. They'll get no taxes on tips for workers, and families will receive permanent increases to child tax credits and expanded child care access. That means bigger paychecks, a stronger economy, and more prosperity across our nation. To learn more about how President Trump and Congressman Jim Baird are saving American families money and putting money in your wallet, call Congressman Baird's office at 317-563-5567 or visit baird.house.gov.
Paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. And when it comes to music, change is all around us. Songs are rewritten. Classics are remixed. Bands and artists come and go. Even our taste in music changes. Here at Xfinity, we know there's still good in keeping some things the same. That's why we want to do our part with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. It means no matter what changes, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Surprised? Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years, guaranteed. Learn more at xfinity.com/deals. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
Press 1 for balances. Press 2 for deposits. Press 3 to scream into the void.
We get it. These days, it's all phone menus and chatbots. But business banking doesn't have to be that way. Bank with Horizon and discover the power of real AI, advisor intelligence. Real people who answer calls, know your business, and go above and beyond to help you succeed. Get started today at horizonbank.com/businessai. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Truck drivers, don't miss out on the unmatched consistency of a Schneider driving job. At Schneider, you can find a driving position that fits your lifestyle and goals, all while getting the pay you deserve. Plus, Schneider drivers operate state-of-the-art, well-maintained equipment and have access to award-winning benefits and a 24/7 support team. Explore Schneider's huge selection of driving jobs today and find your perfect fit at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at VaxAssist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
This hour powered by Stevenson Heating and Cooling, your American Standard Air dealer, serving Johnson and Morgan counties.
Nigel presents
It depends upon what the meaning of the word is.
Is this anything?
All right, let's rock and roll. Yeah, we're brought to you by Indiana Unclaimed, presented by the Attorney General's office here in Indiana, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every single week. Fast, easy, and free to search to see if you have any money floating around out there. IndianaUnclaimed.gov. Jerry Lopez filling in for Hammer. A truck overturned in Mississippi, allowing the release of aggressive monkeys. They were experimental monkeys from Tulane University. Authorities believe one is still on the loose. Here's some of the calls that were made emergency services after the truck crashed and released the said monkeys.
We got 21 monkeys that was on this. We got 5 of them on the run. They may have to neutralize something out here in a minute.
5 on the run.
That was it? Play that again. That was the...
We got 21 monkeys that was on this. We got 5 of them on the run. They may have to neutralize something out here in a minute.
Y'all might have to kill them.
If I was a dispatcher, I was like, all right, what do you want me to do about it? Now, did you see, you've seen this story, Jerry.
Yeah.
Initially, it was reported that these monkeys were all infected with herpes and hep C and COVID. I pray to God that's not true. This little blurb I have right here said that that's not true.
That would be good. Also, somebody's excuse to their girlfriend just went out the window. What is this? You know those monkeys that got out last week?
Man, one of them attacked me, gave me hep C and herpes.
You need a script.
So
yeah, this sounds like the beginning of Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
I need a script of Valtrex, please.
What I'm really surprised is they didn't carry monkeypox.
Monkeypox, Here we go. Should we stay on the topic of monkeys? A pet monkey got loose. People that have monkeys for pets. Come on.
And they will rip your face off.
So the pet monkey got loose from its owner at a Spirit Halloween in Texas. It spent more than 30 minutes swinging from the rafters. The owner eventually coaxed it down with a cookie, unharmed. Here are the customers and the employees talking about the escaped monkey at the Spirit Halloween in Texas.
My daughter looked up. She said, "What in the world?" And she's like, "Is that a real monkey?" And so I look up and I said, "Well, it's got a diaper on, so I guess it is real."
It was entertaining. I mean, it was like, a lot of people just stood and watched it for like 30 minutes, like the whole time. It was monkey. And you had kids trying to catch it.
It had jumped down on the floor and ran past my leg. And at that point, I was like, okay, I've had enough.
Yeah, I don't know, Jerry. Is that anything? If I'm in that store, I'm not trying to catch the monkey.
Listen, there's a reason that Latinos don't get attacked by wild animals, and that is because when we see them, we go the other way. All right, so this is crazy. I could see if the monkey was little and had a diaper on, it could be cute, but like when they get bigger, they're not to be played with.
How is having a diaper on it like okay, everything it's got a diaper on, so everything's fine. We just need to lure cookies.
That lady's obviously a parent. It's not going to go on the floor, right?
Oh, I have no idea. But Hammer always tells the story of how somebody had a pet monkey, like a service monkey.
What?
At the casino when he worked there, and it got loose. And some guy walked up to me and goes, "You guys always got monkeys running around here?"
You want to see my monkey?
A 12-year-old boy in Wales grew his hair out for years so he could donate it to the Little Princess Trust, which it's a charity in the UK that makes wigs for kids going through chemo, right? Good idea. Good on this kid in Wales. But his jerk classmates were teasing him for his long blonde hair, called him Goldilocks. It didn't stop him. He held steady. He held firm. Here's Jack talking about donating his hair.
Teasing in school, just a lot of name calling. They've all said almost like they're sorry and they should have thought what they were doing, and yeah, they were very shocked that my hair was gone.
So he eventually cut it off and gave it to kids going through chemo. I think that's something, don't you?
Heck yeah.
Did you ever go through a long hair phase?
I mean, I'm going through a short hair phase right now. I don't know if you've seen that. I got short hair.
You're going through a no hair phase.
Yeah, I took it before God did.
Yeah, I as soon as COVID hit, my son didn't like getting his hair cut anyway. He got it all the way down to his chin.
Wow.
It took like 8 months.
When I'm out and I see people with hair like that, I like knuckle bumping them. I'm like, nice flow.
Yeah. Now, he eventually decided to cut it because it was getting tangled, and Lindsay would make him wash it every night so it wouldn't get ratty and
kudos to that 12-year-old boy, man. That's awesome. And his parents are doing a good job raising a kid who thinks about others.
Coming up next, great moments in Senator John Kennedy history. One of my favorite bits ever. It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Party people, it's Hammer from the Hammer and Nigel Show. Guys, let's talk about Diamonds Direct. Diamonds Direct is on the north side. Keystone at the crossing. It's right there by the Green Bridge. If you are planning a little holiday surprise, a holiday proposal, maybe you're thinking about popping the question, or that home run gift for the holidays this year, the place you need to go is Diamonds Direct. Now, they have a lot of options in that store, the biggest selection and the lowest prices. But here's what you need to know. The sales team, they are specifically trained to make sure you stay within your budget and you get the biggest bang for your buck. Nobody's got better warranties, better care than Diamonds Direct. Free cleanings, lifetime maintenance, even little birthday surprises. Stop by and see for yourself. Diamonds Direct. Tell them Hammer sent you.
This is Sammy Terry, encouraging you to visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov. There you can search for any unclaimed pleasant nightmares that are waiting to be claimed by you. Indiana Unclaimed returns a wicked $1 million every week to Hoosiers across the state. Now go, my goblins. It's fast, easy, and free to search. Visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov today.
Hear that? That's Mike. He took ZQL Ultra, so now he's sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. ZQL Ultra helps Mike fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs, so he can wake up refreshed and ready to conquer Monday.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
why she was in Gary, Indiana today. You've got 58 degrees and sunny skies in downtown Indy. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 4:31. Operation Midway Blitz is returning thousands of arrests of illegal aliens around Chicago, illegal immigrants rather. Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem revealed the number of arrests made since the start of Operation Midway Blitz in early September.
223 illegal aliens have been arrested and taken off of our roads. Of those, 146 of them were drivers.
Noem says most of the CDLs given to those arrested were issued overwhelmingly from sanctuary states like California, Illinois, and New York. She said ICE, CBP, and their state partners, including Indiana, have arrested more than 3,000 illegal aliens during the time of the operation. The Trump administration insists it is doing all it can, and that is to make the government shutdown as painless as possible.
Vice President J.D. Vance says the administration is trying to plug holes where it can.
Why don't the Democrats just stop this entire charade and reopen the government so that we don't have to try to make this thing work on a shoestring budget?
Vance led a roundtable with aviation industry leaders.
Everybody here is very worried that we're going to see more delays, more stresses on the people who are actually making the aviation system run.
But nearly a month into the shutdown, neither side is budging, with Democrats demanding an extension of health care tax credits and Republicans clear they won't negotiate policy until a short-term spending bill is passed.
Fox's Jared Halpern. Hurricane Melissa is headed towards Bermuda with winds of 105 miles per hour, and it's set to pass later today into tonight. At least 30 people were killed, and most of the people who died were from floods in Haiti. And Thursday night, football's in week 9 of the NFL. The 2-6 Miami Dolphins play the 2-5 Baltimore Ravens. Kickoff tonight at 8:15 Eastern. And now your WIBC closing bell report. The Dow lost 109 points to 47,522. The S&P 500 went down 68 points to 6822. The NASDAQ blew 377 points down to 23,581. WIBC news time is 4:34. You've got traffic and weather in 1 minute.
Has your house become a burden? Why not sell it to us? Simple Quarters is a local Christian company that loves to assist people in difficult situations. Simple Quarters has helped over 3,000 families sell their homes in Indiana.
Wanda's been in real estate. I've been in construction, so she would find properties that we could fix up and resell or rent.
Probably we've flipped about 40 houses. I don't want to do it anymore. Health is not good. We're in our early 80s. Sometimes you have to give it up.
James, he did a good job. James was very cordial and, like I say, responded to our phone calls and kept in contact with us. So he did a good job.
When I got the purchase agreement, and he did have things in there that was pertinent to me. It's important.
Yeah, James followed through on what he said. Did what he said he was going to do.
Yeah.
Other companies make broken promises, but at Simple Quarters, we keep our word. Sell your home to people you can trust. Call Simple Quarters at 317-900-HOME. 317-900-HOME.
Traffic at 4:35. Matt Bear, what you got?
All right, looking in Boone County, southbound 65 has stopped after State Road 267 to 865. The dogleg at 25-minute delay. Northwest side, northbound 465 slow before 86th Street up to 865. Inbound 69 slow from 106th Street to 82nd. East side, northbound 465 stop and go traffic from 70 up to East 71st because of an earlier stall. Still delayed 15 minutes. Eastbound 70 slow from Belmont into the south. Split 4 5-minute delay. Southbound 65 stop and go traffic west into the north split. And south side eastbound 465 stop and go traffic for 31 over to Emerson Avenue. Crash downtown Indiana Avenue south of 10th and a crash on the north side Meridian at 71st. Traffic sponsored by 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning. As temps begin to drop, it's time to get your heating tune-up with 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning. 24/7 availability and free second opinions. Book now at onehourindie.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And now here's the forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
We expect skies to turn partly cloudy for Thursday night with low temperatures in the low 40s, and then Friday with partly cloudy skies, a slight breeze, and highs in the upper 50s. By trick-or-treat time Friday night, expect temperatures to trend from the mid to low 50s, so you will still want that light jacket for Friday night. And then Saturday to start November, highs will be in the mid 50s. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Stephen Deanna for 93 WIBC.
I'm Jake McDaniel on The Level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
You listen to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Oh, hello. WIBC's 87th birthday today. Signed on the air back on this date, 19-something or other. 87 years, whatever that is. October 30th, 1938. Jerry Lopez filling in for Hammer. I never had the goal to work for 93 WIBC or the WIBC signal. I was always more of a music guy, working for the rock stations, being a DJ. That's where I got my passion. But I do remember always my mom and dad would listen to this station in the 90s growing up. And I thought it was fascinating. They had Rush Limbaugh on from like 1 to 4 or noon to 3 or something like that, Jerry, if you remember. And I had no idea what he was talking about. I was not into politics in the 90s when I was a kid, all right? I had no idea what he was talking about. I did find it fascinating, utterly fascinating that just one guy sitting in a room probably smaller than the one we're sitting in now could sit there and just talk for 3 hours and have millions of people listen to him and get paid millions of dollars. So that may have started my love for radio, although, the other guys, I discovered Bob and Tom, and then I moved on to X103, and then I came here when it was Radio Now 93.1. Literally, when it was 1070 WIBC, and they decided to switch over to 93.1, my boss called me that day. I was getting ready to come to work. He's like, hey, look, you might as well not even come to work today. You're getting fired. They're putting the 1070 signal on 93 WIBC, 93.1. So he didn't have a job. And I at the very least, appreciated the fact that I didn't have to come to work to find that out. Some people would have been mad to get a phone call like that. I was like, there were rumors, by the way, back in 2006, I think it was in 2007 when that happened. But I at least appreciated the fact. And then it took me on. MS ended up keeping me and sending me and my wife down to Austin, Texas, to work for KLBJ, the rock station down there. So 2 or 3 years down there, do an afternoon drive. But happy 87th birthday. It's a privilege and an honor to work on a signal like this with WIBC. Senator John Kennedy, you know this character?
One of my faves. Jerry Lopez? One of my faves.
Out of Louisiana. I had to look this up just to make sure this was real. Here he is recently exposing the U.S. Department of Interior under Biden. They created a DEI program for owls. Out of 2 owls, one was a better hunter, right? You got these 2 owls. One was a better hunter. So the government created a program to kill off the other owl to ensure both hunt equally. Go ahead.
The barred owl is a better hunter than the spotted owl, and that's causing the spotted owl's population to decrease. So the Department of Interior, in its infinite wisdom, has come up with DEI for owls. They've come up with quotas for owls. The barred owl, because nature, God, whatever you believe in, made them better hunters, now has to give up its rights, has to give up its life, because the spotted owl is not as good of a hunter.
The barred owl has to give up its rights.
Yeah. Who?
That's the hey-o. That's the ultimate definition of DEI right there. And this leads us into our next segment, which I like to call Great Moments in Senator John Kennedy History. Ladies and gentlemen, Senator Kennedy talking about defunding the police.
If you hate cops just because they're cops, then the next time you get in trouble, call a crackhead.
It's so funny to watch all these guys, like, who's the guy running for mayor in New York City? Mamdani. Defund the police. The police are horrible. Hate the police. But yet he's surrounded by security.
They all do that,
He's
right? Get rid of
surrounded by
guns. Everybody around me has guns.
Great moments in Senator John Kennedy history. This one speaks for itself, I believe.
And I don't mind disagreements in policy. I think that's great. I love the dialectic. But the comments were personal. You call Senator Sanders everything but an ignorant slut.
I'm not sure I have context for that one, but just the fact that Senator Kennedy said ignorant slut.
Let it ride.
I don't need context for that. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, John Kennedy, senator out of Louisiana, explaining the difference between girls and boys.
It's very easy to tell a boy from a girl. A boy has a penis, a girl has a vagina.
Great moments in Senator John Kennedy history. I would love to have him on the show sometime. Here's a question for everybody in the room. How satisfied with your life are you on a scale from 1 to 10? A study on happiness and health found that as long as you're at like a 3 or higher, you're at least getting some health benefits from it. Anything below that comes with basically no benefits to your overall health. Allison, we'll start with you. On a scale of 1 to 10, how satisfied are you with your life?
I would say a 7.
7.
Yeah.
Okay.
That feels right.
Jerry?
I would say the same. I think it's a good, safe number. More often than not, I'm happy.
Wait
Pretty
a minute.
satisfied.
You could be at different levels at different times.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true.
Like
in the same day.
Late at night when I'm dying to go to bed.
Right.
And yet I have to get up and take the dog out to poop. And it's 11 o'clock. I'm at about a 1.5. You know what I mean?
Depressed.
Yeah. I can't, like, I'm going to have to do this from now on. I'm going to have to let this dog out. It's a puppy. Now it's getting to the point where I can just let it out and it'll do it itself. It'll go out there by itself because we get the electric fence. But you know, right now I'm at like an 8 or a 9. I'm having a blast with you guys. So I think it differs. But man, every time I go down to the basement to change, and I'm the only one that does it in my family.
When you drive the van, is it lower? And when your wife lets you drive the big Yukon, it goes up?
I was about to say when I have to change the cat litter, I'm the only one that does it in my family. That's down to the one. I'm in the ones in that one. So I'm going to be doing that for the rest of my life.
Yeah, they live a long time.
The cats live a long time.
Teach how to use the toilet.
When I'm driving the man van, nah. I'm just thankful that I have reliable transportation and that it's paid off. I do enjoy driving the adult car much more than I do the man van. Let's be honest with you. But yeah, I'm at about a 7 or 8 when I'm driving the Denali. But the man van, I'm at an even 5.
So if you know you have to take the man van and you got to change the kitty litter before you come to work.
Right after you take the dog out.
Right after you let the dog out. You're like at a
it's a slow build to the show. It's a slow build back up the satisfactory health line here on the Hammer and Nigel show. American Standard Heating and Air, they are built to a higher standard. That's why I only exclusively use American Standard Heating and Air dealers and products.
How about Stevenson Heating and Cooling? They are your American Standard dealer for Johnson and Morgan County. Owner Richard Stevenson. He's got over 30 years of experience, loves to be out in the field working with the customers, married veteran, 3 daughters. Richard and his staff, they're going to treat your house like it was his own house. Fair, honest service. That's what leads to the referrals, and that's what's grown Stevenson Heating and Cooling into what it is today. Stevenson is your independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer. Find them at 317-557-8532. 557-8532. Tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you. American Standard Heating and Air, built to a higher standard.
The Indianapolis real estate market is strong, but not easy. Now is a good time to sell only if you hire a real estate team that knows how to aggressively market your home, like Mark Dietel Realty. You want a fast, guaranteed, no-hassle home sale, but don't want to give up hard-earned equity to do it. Mark Dietel is the real estate expert trusted and recommended with the sale of your home. Mark Dietel guarantees your home sold at a mutually agreed-upon price and deadline, or he will buy it. Pick your move date. No long-term contracts you can cancel at any time. Michael in Speedway says, I loved my Speedway home, and I raised my family there, but it was time to sell and downsize. I met with the Mark Dietel team, and they explained their amazing marketing plan, and I was convinced. Just like the Speedway, things moved fast from there. After just 3 days on the market, I accepted an offer for $11,000 over asking price. Call the local Indianapolis agent, trusted and recommended, the agent who guarantees your home sold, or he'll buy it. That's Mark Dietel. Call today, 317-755-4232 for all the details, or go online to markdietel.com. That's Mark Dietel, D-I-E-T-E-L, markdietel.com.
Life doesn't stand still, and neither do your goals. At Busey Bank, we're here to help you move forward with the financial tools, local support, and expert guidance you need to take your next step. Whether you're growing a business, leaving a legacy, or saving for the future, you'll have a team that's ready when you are. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
This is Sammy Tammy, encouraging you to visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov. There you can search for any unclaimed pleasant nightmares that are waiting to be claimed by you. Indiana Unclaimed returns a wicked $1 million every week to Hoosiers across the state. Now go, my goblins. It's fast, easy, and free to search. Visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov today.
Are you nearly maxed out on your credit cards? It doesn't matter if you're using your credit cards for fun or to survive. At the end of the month, your statements come in, and you can either pay them or you can't. If you can't, late fees and interest rates get tacked on. And now you're struggling just to make the minimum payment due. Do you feel trapped? Am I talking to you? Good, because I personally researched some companies that can help you. They may be able to reduce your credit card balances by 50% and stop the late fees. If you qualify, please call our special debt hotline number right now for a complimentary free 5-minute consultation. Deal with your credit card problem now before it gets much worse and put more money back in your pocket. Trust me, I've been there too. Call right now.
800-948-1659. 800-948-1659. 800-948-1659. That's 800-948-1659.
Hi, this is Richard Stevenson. Is your furnace ready for the winter? Give us a call, 317-557-8532.
Stevenson Heating and Cooling is your independent American Standard air dealer.
It's JMV, 30 to 50% off container trees and shrubs and 20% off fall annuals, including mums, at Miss M's Home and Garden on State Road 135 in Bargersville.
Replace old floors before the holidays with Drexel Interiors and get a free pad with qualifying purchase of new carpeting or luxury vinyl through November 15. Go to DrexelIN.com for details.
Want to be part of the conversation without waiting on hold?
We're sorry. All of our representatives are still assisting other customers.
Join the Text Club. Direct access to your favorite WIBC show. Text WIBC to 317-239-9393.
Matt Bear, my man, what's going on?
What's happening, Nigel? Looking at Boone County, southbound 65 still stopped before State Road 267 down to County Road 550 south. This is approaching the dog leg. Now we are moving after that. We did get going, so if you're still sitting there, you should be gone here before too long. Inbound 69, stop and go traffic 96 down to 82nd, and inbound 65 slow 21st to the north split. Southbound 65 70 jammed up north split to the south split because of road construction, a 7-minute delay. Eastbound 70 delayed 6 minutes. Belmont into the south split south side. It's northbound 465 looking slow right now from 74 to Brookville Road. Northbound 65 stop and go traffic from Southport Road up to 465. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Replace old floors before the holidays with Drexel Interiors and get a free pad with a qualifying purchase of new carpeting or luxury vinyl through November 15th. Go to drexelin.com for details. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Coming up, we are just loaded, including going off the rails with Rod Kendall at about 5:30. Tons of stuff to get to with him, including this special session and the redistricting and the grand jury investigation into the lieutenant governor's office. And he is... I don't think he's here yet, but he usually likes to get here and take his shirt off and work up a good sweat before he goes off the rails. That's at 5:30. Also, coming up after 5 o'clock, I do want to point out how the Democrats are just gaslighting the American public and how this government shutdown has nothing to do with them, and they're blaming the Republicans, and it's ridiculous. And we have, when I say Speaker Mike Johnson, Senator Majority Leader John Thune, all have receipts. And the latest on that coming up a little bit after 5 o'clock. 1 out of every 6 Americans think pets enjoy dressing up for Halloween. On top of that, nearly a third have dressed up a pet or will this year. I know my dog right now is already in a tuxedo. I've already talked the little Havanese guy, the little Havanese pup, Cuban breed.
There it is.
Cuban breed, very cute Cuban breed. Junior already has his tuxedo on. I know he's hating it. Here's a little song to celebrate the season.
There's Baxter the beagle in a tiny shark fin. Luna the lab's got her tutu again. Bella the pug's dressed as a bumblebee. Oh, look at me. Look at me. Look at... Okay, let's be honest. Your dog doesn't care. You're not doing this for them.
Nope.
You just wanted to post it on Instagram.
That's exactly it. My wife's just doing, she's dressing the dog up for the gram.
There it is. And the dog's all upset.
Oh, it just wants that thing off of it. Just is not comfortable. Just let me go and be free. We had a really, like when we had a puggle years ago that was, she stuck a full body costume, like made it look like a spider. It was kind of creepy, actually, because it would cover its whole body and then the legs would stick out, and it was very, very unsettling. But the dog just wanted the costume off. I don't want this thing on me.
Are you one of those people that takes their dogs everywhere? Would you take your dog everywhere?
No. You know what? I drop the kids off at school. I take the dog.
Sure.
I'll take it for a walk in the morning before I leave.
I mean, like to the store. You take it to Kroger and places like that.
No, because I can't. You can't walk into a store.
People take their dogs everywhere.
Yeah, but you have to have like certification, don't you? Like a stress animal or whatever they call it. What do they call it, Allison?
Emotional
support animal. You have to have it certified. No, I don't want to take my dog to the grocery store. Are you kidding me? I barely want to take it on a walk.
I think it's so weird when I go places and I see people with their dogs. Like in the stores. Maybe not a grocery store, but just... And we're not talking about PetSmart.
No, like in the summer, we took it out to Carmel at Sun King there in the main town square and walked around, and that was fine.
Is that your dog's poop that's on the turf?
When my dog poop, it is cleaned up in a very vigorous and timely fashion.
Right.
Vigorous.
I make sure, like, if it's in somebody's yard and it's not all the way solid, I have to, like, does anybody do this?
Pulling grass?
I have to pull up the grass with the bag.
It's the proper way to do it.
So I can't really, I can't, if it's not solid enough, I can't scoop it.
Yeah, we get it. Yeah,
okay.
we get it.
All right.
We got it.
It's the Hammer and Nigel show.
Everybody knows Hubler's got the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles. But did you know? Now you can get that same limited powertrain warranty on new Toyotas. Introducing the all-new Hubler Toyota. Get grand opening savings all month long. And right now, lease a new 2025 RAV4, just $349 per month. Or a new Tacoma, $289 per month. Plus, choose from Camrys, Corollas, Highlanders, Tundras, and more.
Hubler's got you covered.
At the all-new Hubler Toyota on US 31 South in Indianapolis. Visit HublerToyota.com. Grand opening savings and the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles.
Cover me!
Select models, approved credit, plus tax tag title license, 249 dealer doc, RAV4 model 4432, Tacoma model 7540, 36 months, $29.99 due, zero security, 10,000 annual miles, 15 cents per mile thereafter, expires 11/2.
Nobody cares for you like family. Family Heating and Air.
Hey, this is Malia. We often get asked when is the best time to buy, and the answer is today, not tomorrow. With rising utility costs, rising product costs, and missed opportunity costs, which you could be saving with a high-efficiency system. Give us a call today to schedule your free in-depth estimate, 317-577-8077.
Family Heating and Air is your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
You know, Galaxy Concrete Coatings, I was so impressed on the miracle they were able to perform on my garage floor. It was old and cracked and stained and slippery. It was just unmaintained. Galaxy Concrete Coatings came in within a day, installed the coating, and it just gave my entire garage a different look and feel. It's 4 times as strong, lifetime warranty, and I like the job they did so much. I came back and had them do the utility room in my basement. The concrete there was awful as well, and now it looks great. My Galaxy Concrete garage floor coating is out of this world. Check out GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com or call them 751-9070.
Stuck in a job that just isn't getting it done? Maybe it's time to go for IT. Whether you're just starting out, switching careers, or a military veteran ready for change, My Computer Career can help you launch a rewarding career in IT in months. No prior experience needed. Why spend years getting a traditional degree when your future in IT can start right now? Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Your most powerful upgrade? Your career. Go for it. Go for IT. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
It's Cybersecurity Awareness Month. LifeLock is here with tips to help protect your identity. Use strong passwords, set up multi-factor authentication, report scams, and update your software. And for comprehensive identity protection, LifeLock is your best choice. LifeLock alerts you to suspicious uses of your personal information and fixes identity theft, guaranteed, or your money back. Start your protection today with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use promo code NEWS. Terms apply.
Garage door problems? Call today for service today. Garage Doors of Indianapolis services all makes of garage doors 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call today for service today. 875-4577. Call today for service today. Get it fixed right now. Call Garage Doors of Indianapolis at 875-4577 or visit doorstoday.com.
In the morning, call 875-4577.
Service today?
Today.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle.
Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer. When you bet on a team to win and they take a 17-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score. Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up. You get early payout on parlays, too.
Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Indiana. T&Cs apply.
WIBC stories coming up after Fox News. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It's 5 o'clock.
More pain is coming. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. Even though Vice President J.D. Vance says the Trump administration is trying to make the government shutdown as painless as possible.
We're like guys running around, with a leak in a damn wall, trying to plug it with bubble gum.
Vance, after a meeting with aviation industry officials, says Democrats are being irresponsible by blocking a short-term spending bill that would end the shutdown, accusing them of holding government hostage. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says the ripple effects on air travel will grow heading into the holiday season.
And if you don't have air traffic controllers who are being paid, they may want to stay on the job, but they cannot.
they're going to have to go take a second job, and you're going to have mass issues throughout the airspace. People will not be able to go from one place to the other because of the government shutdown, and I hope Democrats don't take it to that point.
Democratic congressional leaders not backing down.
When health care costs go up, more people lose coverage, more people get sick, and more people die. Republicans just don't seem to care.
Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer wants Obamacare subsidies extended as part of a deal to reopen government. Vice President Vance saying again, end the shutdown first. A federal judge hearing arguments today on food stamp assistance about to be suspended this weekend.
The U.S. Department of Agriculture said this week it planned to freeze Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program payments as of Saturday because of the shutdown. The Trump administration says it can't legally touch money in a contingency fund. The lawsuit says it can and must be used and that there's other money available in a separate fund.
Fox's Chris Foster. President Trump back in Washington after meeting with China's president in South Korea, easing trade tensions.
We have a deal.
It calls for China to get a 10% tariff cut in return for steps including buying U.S. soybeans and delaying its new export controls on rare earth minerals. But it's only a one-year deal. America is listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
She visited Gary today. What for? A sunny sky and 58 degrees in downtown Indy. Tonight's low is 40. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 5:02. Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem was there to talk about the Operation Midway Blitz. She says over 3,000 people were arrested across the region, targeting illegal immigrants with criminal records. Indiana Governor Mike Braun praised this, arguing that when states issue CDLs to those illegally there, it creates huge safety hazards.
CDLs take a lot of effort to get them, and when they're handed out, like places like California and others have, it puts everyone in peril.
And he says Operation Midway Blitz is working to make our highways safer. A town hall was hosted in Evansville last night to discuss redistricting. John Herrick reports.
Taking part in that town hall was former Democrat Senator Joe Donnelly.
You don't play a football game and in the third quarter you change all the rules, and that's what's going on here.
Then after the town hall, Donnelly spoke to reporters and said Republicans have their priorities all out of whack.
They work for the people of Indiana. They don't work for somebody at the White House. They don't work for somebody in the governor's office. They work for you.
So both he and Democrat Representative Alex Burton told the audience to reach out to their elected leaders and tell them they do not want Indiana's congressional maps redrawn. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
State police pulled over a vehicle in Kosciuszko County because of an equipment violation. They say Shane Center did not have a seatbelt on and tried to run off, but the cops stopped him. Police found meth and pills on both Center and Ryan Kennelly, and they took them to jail on Tuesday. Indiana's average gas price today is $2.96, says AAA, and Indiana University Health has opened a new medical tower on its Fishers campus, completing a huge expansion that nearly doubles the facility size. The new tower boosts capacity and adds 50 inpatient beds and a labor and delivery unit. You've got 1 minute. You've got traffic and weather coming in 1 minute. It's 5:04.
By now, you've heard about IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's a way to claim your unclaimed property from the Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division. It's not a scam. It's not houses, boats, cars, or storage facilities. It isn't free money. So what exactly is it? It's your money. It belongs to you, and it's waiting for you to claim it. It's money from unclaimed wages or commissions, forgotten bank accounts, underlying shares, refunds, insurance proceeds, stock dividends, safe deposit box contents, overpayments, certificates of deposit, money orders, and more. The Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division safeguards those funds while trying to locate and return those funds to the owner or heir. It's your money, you deserve it, and the Attorney General's office wants to make sure you get it. The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Hammer and Nigel to 46220. That's Hammer and Nigel to 46220. Or visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
With traffic at 5:05, here's Matt Bear.
All right, Jake, we are stopped on the northwest side, eastbound 465 from the 865 Rams past Michigan Road. Right now, we're delayed 15 minutes there. This is also backed up northbound 465 after 79 to 865. So that whole area jammed up for the moment. Inbound 65, stop and go traffic from MLK to Meridian. And eastbound 70 delayed 9 minutes from Tibbs Avenue into the South Split. Southbound 65, 70, that is construction. Delayed 7 minutes. North Split to the South Split. East side southbound 465 slow from 70 down to 74. Northbound 465 stop and go traffic from I-70 up to I-69. Traffic sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless. Your favorite songs shouldn't have to wait for Wi-Fi. Switch to Straight Talk and get real unlimited data on Verizon's 5G network. Straight Talk available at straighttalk.com or Walmart. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Thank you, Matt. Now the forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
Skies will turn partly cloudy for tonight with lows in the low 40s. Partly cloudy for Halloween on Friday with a slight breeze and high temperatures in the upper 50s. Temperatures will trend from the mid to low 50s for trick-or-treat time by Friday night. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Stephen Deanna for 93 WIBC.
And I'm Jake McDaniel on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let's rock it.
My name is Nigel. Jerry Lopez in for Hammer right over there. Day 30 of the Democrat government shutdown. And believe me, it is a Democratic government shutdown. It is all Democrats. And it seems some of Dems, I guess they're just now starting to come to the realization that people that voted for them are going to start losing their food stamps, their SNAP benefits. And Republicans have been pointing this out for weeks, just like Senate Majority Leader John Thune. Where's he from? I think he's South Dakota. He just went scorched earth on the Democrats yesterday on day 29, right to their face.
And we've tried to do that 13 times, and you voted no 13 times. This isn't a political game. These are real people's lives that we're talking about. And you all have just figured out 29 days in that, there might be some consequences. There are people who run out of money. Yeah, we're 29 days in, and they've done their best to make sure that a lot of these programs are funded. But at some point, the government runs out of money. 13 times people over here voted to fund SNAP. 13 times they voted to fund WIC. My aching back. Finally realized this thing has consequences. Well, you know what Democrats are doing here? They're making plans to keep the shutdown going. My aching back.
That's my new thing whenever I'm frustrated. My aching back. But he's right. I mean, he's like, when he says those people over here have voted for SNAP and all the other things, he's pointing to the Republicans. Yep. It's the Democrats that are voting down every proposal that they put through for this government shutdown. In fact, here's Mike Johnson bringing out a chart. He's the House Majority Leader, Mike Johnson. We talking about him yesterday. Kind of nerdy guy.
Nerdy guy.
But he knows his stuff, man. He's a smart guy. And he brought out this chart showing all of the bills Democrats voted no on. And it's all things like SNAP, blah, 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 blah. He'll explain it here in this piece of audio.
Democrats are still out trying to convince you that this is somehow Republicans' fault. But the facts are the facts, and the American people can see that very clearly. They see the truth. We brought you a handy scorecard here so you can, follow the votes. I mean, this is very simple. The votes to pay the troops and federal workers and continue SNAP benefits and get air traffic controllers and Border Patrol agents paid. This is the vote tally. You see the dates here. The House did our work back on September 19th, and we voted, Republicans voted yes. Democrats voted no on all those things. And the Senate has now done it an additional 13 times.
So he has this chart, and it's got like everything he just mentioned, from getting people paid to SNAP. Republicans voting yes, 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 yes. All Democrats no, 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 no.
Yep. All over health care for illegals. That's it.
That's what this has to do with.
The Republicans go, okay, let's increase SNAP.
All those super enhancements from COVID that were set to expire anyway. They want those to go on, And Democrats in Congress now have the lowest approval rating they've ever had since polling began. By the way, I love this. Do you have this up ready, Allison? Democrats saying that Republicans aren't even willing to sit down and talk. They're just liars. Here's Caitlin Collins, CNN of all places, with House Minority Leader / election denier Hakeem Jeffries catching him in a lie.
Said that Mike Johnson's not willing to sit down and have a conversation. Y'all did have a phone conversation, I believe you said earlier today. Who initiated that call? Was that you or was that Speaker Johnson?
It was a call from Mike Johnson. It was very brief, and it wasn't a substantive discussion in terms of finding a path forward.
But was he calling to talk about the government shutdown?
I mean, you can say that was in the ballpark. But,
that was in the ballpark, but guess what? The Republicans aren't wanting to communicate. And then he lies right there to her face. Yeah. But wait a minute. So wait, Mike Johnson called you? Well, yeah, he did. He did call me, but you're saying that Republicans aren't willing to negotiate. But he did call me. It wasn't anything, blah, blah, blah. And Caitlin Collins says, but he did call you to talk about the shutdown.
Hey, it
was in the ballpark, yeah, but...
Yeah. One of the big things here is people are, and I'm seeing this going around social media, but it's so true. People are crying because 40 million Americans won't have money for groceries due to a government shutdown. Is the perfect example of why government should never be in charge of our food and wealth. If they can feed you, they can also starve you. Welcome to Socialism 101.
Ooh, oh man. And that's what they're getting in New York City.
Yep.
With the guy they're about to elect mayor. Adam Carolla, podcaster, comedian, had sort of an interesting take on SNAP recipients that might offend some people.
I was reading that SNAP's going to run out, and 40 million people are going to go.
40 million.
40 million. Okay, listen to me, everybody. This whole thing of 40 million people are going to go hungry. First off, those 40 million people average an extra 40 pounds on them over the average working American. If you took the average person that's on SNAP getting free food and the average person that gets no free food from the government, the average female who gets no free food from the government is 146 pounds. The average SNAP recipient is 211 pounds. So
this
is it a food?
This is our case
I know. First off, we talk about going hungry. Nobody could benefit from a nice fast more than the SNAP recipient.
Yikes.
He is going to catch some crap for that. I really don't think he cares. Now, there have been threats on social media. You've seen them. You've shown them to me, of people saying, look, I don't have a job, I don't have income, but I get $3,000 worth of SNAP benefits every month. I'm just going to go in and take it.
I remember the lady. I got my hard hat. I got my steel toe boots.
I got my steel toe boots.
I'm 250 pounds linebacker solid.
I'm going into Walmart like a linebacker.
Yeah. November 1st, it might be crazy at Walmart. So if you're not on SNAP, buy your groceries on Friday.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
It might be crazy for real on Saturday. People are on social media saying they're going to commit violence.
Matt Bear, what is going on with traffic? Please help us out here.
All right, guys, looking at the north side, eastbound 465. Jammed from 865 over to Michigan Road. And this is backed up northbound 465 from 865 past 86th Street. And we are barely moving through that. Southbound 65, Boone County, stop-and-go traffic. State Road 267 down to 865, the Dogleg. East side, southbound 465, slow from 70 to 74. That's delayed 6 minutes. Northbound 465, slow from 70 up to I-69, an 11-minute delay. Inbound 65, stop-and-go traffic from 21st to Meridian. Eastbound 70, delayed 6 minutes. Tibbs Avenue into the South Split. And southbound 65, 70, 7-minute delay from the North Split to the South Split. Traffic sponsored by Staples. Have you heard? The Staples Easy button is back with even more easy. Press it for custom print shipping services, even passport photos. Staples, that was easy. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Something that doesn't happen all that often. A big boss at a casino admits they were wrong. I'll tell you what I'm talking about next. Plus, Rob Kendall going off the rails at 5:30. It's 57 and sunny at the American Standard Heating Weather Center, 93 WIBC.
Hi, I'm Dustin, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. I know finding a dream engagement ring can be overwhelming, but don't worry, we got you. As director of diamond sourcing, it's my job to make sure every single diamond at Shane Company is truly the best of the best. Our team travels the world to see diamonds up close, in person. We handpick each one for its unique fire, brilliance, and scintillation. Diamond buying is an art. Of course, we look at cut, color, clarity, and carat, known as the 4 C's, but that's not all. We also look at how each diamond looks on a hand, where it will be worn, how it makes you feel, and if it's worthy of a Shane Company customer. That type of expertise only comes from working for a company that's been a family business since 1929. We also think about your budget. We only pick the best in each grade in all shapes and sizes. Your diamond is guaranteed to be the most beautiful because a friend wants you to pick from only the best. Drop by your store or shaneco.com and see for yourself. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Whether it's the good food or the friendly mood, you can count on Indiana to never lose when it comes to tailgating. And we want to see you at every game. That's why Hubler's got you covered with the best warranty around. So kick off the season in a Hubler quality pre-owned vehicle. Right now, you can buy with 0 down. Choose from over 2,000 cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, every Hubler Q-certified vehicle is covered by a 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Includes a 128-point vehicle inspection and a free Carfax history report. We'll pay top dollar for your trade. Bring Hubler your old car for an immediate appraisal. 0 down delivers, and Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles.
Hubler's got you covered.
Visit drivehubler.com or any of our 13 convenient locations.
Cover me.
Select models, approved credit. Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
This is Sammy Terry, encouraging you to visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov. There you can search for any unclaimed pleasant nightmares that are waiting to be claimed by you. Indiana Unclaimed returns a wicked $1 million every week to Hoosiers across the state. Now go, my goblins. It's fast, easy, and free to search. Visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov today.
Let's go.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
Drexel Interiors has teamed up with Mohawk for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. A portion of October's Mohawk sales will be donated to the Susan G. Komen Foundation. Visit either showroom or drexelin.com today.
Party people, it's Hammer from the Hammer and Nigel show. Guys, let's talk about Diamonds Direct. Diamonds Direct is on the north side. Keystone at the Crossing. It's right there by the Green Bridge. If you are planning a little holiday surprise, a holiday proposal, maybe you're thinking about popping the question, or that home run gift for the holidays this year, the place you need to go is Diamonds Direct. Now, they have a lot of options in that store, the biggest selection and the lowest prices. But here's what you need to know. The sales team, they are specifically trained to make sure you stay within your budget and you get the biggest bang for your buck. Nobody's got better warranties, better care than Diamonds Direct. Free cleanings, lifetime maintenance, even little birthday surprises. Stop by and see for yourself. Diamonds Direct, tell them Hammer sent you.
This hour powered by Stevenson Heating and Cooling, your American Standard Air dealer, serving Johnson and Morgan counties.
All right, man. Don't look at the rundown. Just, can you name me the band? Can you name me the band of this song?
Zero chance.
Zero? You're not never were a metal guy?
No.
This is Megadeth.
I've heard the name.
Symphony of Destruction off one of their classics. Symphony of Destruction off
Wasn't that
Countdown to Extinction, the album.
What years are we talking? 1990s?
Early 90s, yeah. So Megadeth is led by a guy named Dave Mustaine, who was a founder of Metallica.
Heard of them, obviously.
Back in the day, and he was kicked out. I mean, in the early 80s, when Metallica first, he joined the band before Kirk Hammett, and he was a disaster. Just a talented guitar player on all levels, just a mean drunk, erratic behavior in his 20s, always hammered. And, you know, to be in the band Metallica in your 20s in that day and age, to get kicked out is pretty bad, right?
Yeah.
So it was pretty ruthless, too, man. They kicked him out in New York City, bought him a bus ticket back to California, no flight, and they already had Kirk Hammett ready to go.
And he was a guitarist for Metallica.
One of the founders. Yeah.
And they said,
in the early days, early 80s. So he went on to form Megadeth. Megadeth, pretty huge.
Yeah.
Solid. That was probably one of their biggest hits ever right there that we opened up with. There is speculation that Megadeth will have a new version of what's called Ride the Lightning on their next album. Now, the original by Metallica was written when Dave was still in the band. So the Ride the Lightning cover of Metallica, I don't know if it's got like a electric chair on it. So it's all blue and purple and lightning coming down. And
so he's going to do like a little remix.
So he's Dave Mustaine has had this long rift with Metallica for decades, and he believes stealing his signature riffs along the way. Here are 3 examples of Dave, of him taking credit for Ride the Lightning.
I can't remember what the name of the song was that they call it, but it was... whatever the hell that's called. I invented this one thing. Figured, hell, it kind of looks like a spider, so I called it
He's saying this is all Metallica stuff that they stole.
And I told them when I left, do not use my music. And of course they used it. They Ride the Lightning I wrote. You listen to the riffs, you know they're my riffs. It's like, boing. You think I'm going to all of a sudden hear my riff and say that's not me? Yeah, I wrote a lot of their music that made them. And all the solos on that first record were mine. The best Kirk could try and copy them.
So I'm interested in this stuff. I've worked at X1. I don't know if you've heard. I worked at X103 at one point. The heyday of my young 20s. Yeah, doing mandatory Metallica every night at 10 o'clock, 3 in a row for Metallica. Oh my God. And so I find this stuff kind of interesting. But have you had a rift with someone that lasted decades? Because this is still going on.
I mean, that's like grumpy-old men.
It really is. These guys are all in their 60s now. And for Dave Mustaine to say, well, you know what? I'm putting Ride the Lightning on my new album coming out, which it's, that song and that album has been out.
How many years later? I mean, 1984?
Yeah, I know.
40 years later, you come out with your response?
Do you have anybody like that in your life?
I mean, listen, the day I make my last child support payment, it'll be in pennies. So maybe I do have somebody like that. Nigel.
I see where you're going with that. At Hammer and Nigel, if you would like to weigh in on the Dave Mustaine and Metallica controversy. I thought this was kind of interesting only if for the fact that a casino boss is admitting guilt.
Yeah, this was very surprising for me to see.
MGM, the boss over there, admitting his Las Vegas hotels are outrageous ripoffs and says, shame on us. I mean, what is it? What?
Yeah.
I mean, they're probably pumping out billions of dollars, and you've got the main boss saying, shame on us.
Maybe we took too much.
Well, look, when you're charging $26 for a bottle of water,
that might be a problem.
Which the company was met with heavy criticism after one of its guests at a 4-star area hotel revealed they were charged $26 for a bottle of water. And then this other story out of the Daily Mail revealed that the company's flagship Bellagio, the Bellagio Hotel, where the fountain's out front, charging guests an extra $25 just to eat room service off plates.
What are your other options? Can you just toss it in my mouth?
Just bring it in the plastic box, okay? I don't need to pay
eat off plates. What if you say I don't want it? I wonder how they give it to you.
Yeah, I don't have any idea.
Put it on your table?
On your napkin or something like that.
Plates. Have you heard? I've seen stories where until you use the refrigerator. Now, I've never been to Vegas. I
never have, huh?
No,
Last time I was there, 2008, buddy's wedding, stayed at the Hooters Hotel and Casino, came home smelling like chicken wings. It was glorious.
Hey, listen, I know me, and I don't want to put myself in a position where I will abandon everything back here in Indiana. You're telling me that I can gamble on sports. The parties never end. You can go to a Wednesday afternoon pool party at the Bellagio with 400 people in a pool. Like, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
But everybody that's been there says a week's too long. You just need like 4 days and then you get over
you need
it.
3 days. I haven't been there since 2008. Hammer goes there every year, sometimes by himself.
So
he'll go.
They said to use the mini fridge, you had to scan to put things in. Now, I know you get charged when you take things out.
Yeah.
But they say if you want to refrigerate your items, it's $50 a day.
Along with $26 bottles of water and $25
We
just
spent
to eat.
$100 to use a plate, put our bottle, to buy the bottled water, and then to put it in the fridge.
Now, a new study commissioned by the Indiana Gaming Commission identified downtown Indianapolis as the top spot, the top location for a potential relocated casino, saying it could bring in almost $500 million in revenue annually and like $170 million in state tax receipts. See, here's the thing that'll never happen, though. They'll never let the powers that'll be will never let that happen because, it would divert like $140 million in gaming revenue from the already existing racetrack casinos, Hoosier Park in Anderson, the Horseshoe, Indianapolis, and Shelbyville, both owned by Caesars.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool if there would be a downtown casino here. I like playing blackjack.
I don't need it that close, Nige.
I like the slots. I mean, I could bet, the sports betting thing, it's fun to go watch a game at a sports book. I've done it before. I remember in the late 90s, we stayed, when they were still giving you free drinks, we played Keno for 3 hours and watched the Pacer game.
Okay.
And, Keno, it's like $1. You're spending like $1 every 10 minutes or something like that. And they were bringing us free Miller Lights. It ain't like that no more in Vegas, and Hammer will tell you the same thing. But I would be hard pressed. There is no way they'd let a casino in downtown Indianapolis, especially. I mean, as much as it would perform so well. I mean, you hear the numbers, you see the numbers they came up with. The Indiana Gaming Commission, $500 million in revenue. 170 mil in state tax receipts.
I mean, what else are you going to do with Circle Center Mall?
Well, Hendricks, the company Hendricks has already they've already got plans for that.
They're making like an outdoor type.
Apartments and like a courtyard and stuff like that. So they've already got big plans for that. Coming up next, he's out there shadow boxing. He put on his Ralph Macchio Karate Kid bandana, and he is ready to go. He is Rob Kendall. We're going to go off the rails next after the news. 93 WIBC.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Number of arrests revealed. Sunny skies, 58 degrees in downtown Indy. Lows tonight in the lower 40s. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 529. Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem visiting Northwest Indiana today. Jarrett Lewis tells you why.
Noem joining Indiana Governor Mike Braun and Acting ICE Director Todd Lyons in Gary to announce recent results of Operation Midway Blitz, an initiative focused on arresting criminals in and around Chicago who may also be illegally driving semi-trucks, buses, and vans.
If you are here driving on our streets illegally and our highways, you are endangering our citizens, and your days are numbered.
Midway Blitz began in early September. Since then, over 3,000 total arrests have been made by ICE agents and CBP, with 223 illegal aliens caught operating without a valid CDL in Indiana. Jarrett Lewis, 93, WIBC Mobile News.
The ongoing government shutdown could force funding for the SNAP food assistance program. A Massachusetts judge heard a lawsuit brought by Democratic attorneys general challenging the Trump administration to partially fund the program, which is used by 42 million low-income Americans. SNAP is set to run out on Saturday unless the government reopens. President Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping have reached a trade agreement following their meeting in South Korea, capping off a successful Asia trip. U.S. Trade Representative Jameson Greer tells Fox's Business's Kudlow.
The president essentially went to the Eastern Pacific, Southeast Asia, Northeast Asia, and he made the U.S. presence known. And it wasn't just about waving the flag. It was also about rallying our friends and partners around a new global trade order.
He says the combined tariff rate on Chinese imports have been dropped to 47%. Trump rated the meeting a 12 out of 10. The trip also included striking trade deals with Japan and South Korea and overseeing a peace deal between Cambodia and Thailand. And Indianapolis Colts running back Jonathan Taylor was named the AFC Offensive Player of the Month for October. Taylor averaged almost 7 yards per carry and had 9 rushing touchdowns in October. It's 5:31. Your traffic now with Matt Bear.
Inbound 69, stop and go traffic 106, 2465. It's a 4-minute delay. On the east side, northbound 465 delayed 11 minutes from 70 up to 69. Southbound 465 stop and go traffic 7274. Inbound 65 stop and go traffic coming in from MLK to Meridian. Southbound 6570 construction has us jammed from the north split to the south split. Eastbound 70 9-minute delay from Tibbs Avenue into the south split. On the south side, eastbound 465, stop and go traffic from 31 over to Emerson Avenue, and northbound 65, slow on the south side because of construction from Southport Road up to 465. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Drexel Interiors has teamed up with Mohawk for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. A portion of October's Mohawk sales will be donated to the Susan G. Komen Foundation. Visit either showroom or DrexelIN.com today. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And now the forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
We expect skies to turn partly cloudy for a Thursday night with low temperatures in the low 40s, and then not so bad for Halloween on Friday with partly cloudy skies, a slight breeze, and highs in the upper 50s. By trick-or-treat time Friday night, expect temperatures to trend from the mid to low 50s, so you will still want that light jacket for Friday night. And then Saturday to start November, highs will be in the mid 50s. We cannot rule out a stray rain chance late Saturday. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Stephen Deanna for 93 WIBC.
And I'm Jake McDaniel on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com.
I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, "I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore!"
And now, Hammer and Nigel go off the rails with Rob Kendall.
Noise pollution.
My name is Nigel. Jerry Lopez filling in for Hammer. Also live in the studio, Rob Kendall from the Kendall and Casey Show. Here to go off the rails. Rob, how are you?
Great. Thank you, as always, to our segment sponsor, Garage Doors of Indianapolis.
You were kind enough to call me on your day off. That was Monday when the governor announced I'm going to call a special session. We're going to do this whole redistricting thing. We're going to take the votes. We're going to get the votes. We're going to redistrict. We're going to redraw the maps. Now that the dust has settled here, it's Friday, and I actually heard you say something very interesting on your opening segment earlier this morning in terms of okay, the special session has been called, but not everybody's clamoring to get here. Not everybody will be here Monday, right?
So they have 40 days. 40 days when the governor says go to be done. It's not uncommon that they don't go right when he says go. And yes, since he made his choice, they need some time to get everybody back here, and so we can go through this exercise in futility. And so the one of the Flanders boys, Todd Houston, came out and said, we will not be getting on November the 3rd. We can't have all the people here.
Now, you had a point along with that. Was the last time a special session occurred, what happened?
They did. They did this special session on abortion. It was very quick. They basically knew what they were going to do, which they know what they're going to do here. It's not like there's some deep, untold thing.
But you gleaned something from how quick they were able to do the Roe v. Wade thing.
Yeah, they know what they're going to do when they go in there. They know what they're going to do. And the Senate and the House are in charge of this operation. See, this is what's fascinating about this to me, Nigel. He being the governor, is trying to boss Rod Bray around.
Yeah, he's the governor.
But he doesn't have any power. You said like when the Joker took over in the Batman movie, right? When Heath Ledger takes over, and suddenly all these career criminals realize they're not in charge anymore.
Yeah.
Mike Braun's not in charge of anything because we have a very low threshold to override governor's powers in this state as long as the legislature is in session, which they will obviously be for a special session. And yet, for some reason, like he tweeted out yesterday, Braun did, or somebody did on his behalf. No way Mike Braun can actually run a Twitter account. But he tweeted out something like, thank you to the House Republicans and Todd Houston for blah, blah, blah. And he was deliberately leaving Rod Bray out. And it's like, you are picking a fight with a guy who has the ability to embarrass you on an epic level. And
if he doesn't get the votes.
And the Senate is going to do what Rod Bray wants, the undecided. They're not going to do what Braun tells them to do because Bray controls committee assignments, power, all that stuff. They're going to be loyal to Bray, not to Braun. And for some reason, Braun doesn't seem to understand that.
But and you also had the point that they're not exactly rushing to get back either. They had that abortion thing ready to go. Right? What does that tell you about the people and the constituents and Hoosiers? And is this redistricting issue a needle mover here?
Yeah, so I make so many good points throughout the course of my show. I was just trying to get to all of them. So, yeah, you're right. So what's interesting about abortion was they had agreement amongst the base and the party. Like, it doesn't mean there was universal agreement with the abortion bill. Clearly there wasn't, right? There was a lot of people showed up to protest, blah, blah, blah. But the Republican Party is united around the idea of life. The Republican Party believes in pro-life. And you could think that went far enough. It didn't go far enough. I think they ended up with a pretty good bill that sort of found the sweet spot to be a pro-life bill. See, I said something nice about the Republicans there.
Look at that.
But you don't have that on this issue. They don't even have an agreement amongst their party, much less the public, on whether they should redistrict or not. I'm as conservative as you can get, and I'm totally against it. So this is the issue that they're going to have to overcome.
Here is okay, several issues. All in all the chips in the middle, all the cards down. Does the Senate vote for this? Do they have the votes? Will this go through? What is your prediction?
I'm so torn on this because on one hand, I can't imagine. This would be it would be an epic fail for the governor. He might as well just pack it up and say, I quit if he fails on this. The egg that will be all over his face. And part of me is like, I can't imagine that happening. But then I also can't imagine Rod Bray bending a knee to this governor and going, sure, whatever you want. And he clearly doesn't want it. He clearly doesn't want it. He's begged him not to do it. These interviews, he acted like some guy had a gun to his back when he was doing these interviews when he got asked about it. He has said publicly numerous times, we don't have the votes. And I just cannot see, because of the precedent will set, him bending a knee to Braun and going along with this when he doesn't want it. So I have no idea what's going to happen. I'm so excited, Nigel.
Let me revisit sort of a question I touched on just a second ago. In terms of the needle mover, if you're a senator and you don't vote for this, is there precedent? Do you think all of a sudden their constituents are going to vote them out the next time?
No, none.
Okay.
None. People don't care. Like the polling shows. Like this is the
so then what's the point then?
Well, exactly. There is none. That's why look, Rod Bray does not care about being subservient to Donald Trump because Rod Bray don't got to deal with Donald Trump. Rod Bray thinks right now, I have a supermajority in my caucus, which means I can do whatever I want. And at the end of the day, I can pour myself a nice cold beverage and kick my feet up and laugh at people like Rob Kendall because I can do whatever I want to do. Why would I risk ruining that or potentially losing that over something that I don't even care about?
And so you saying, so there's no Mike Braun, he calls a special session, it doesn't go through. And then there's no, Mike Braun wiping his hands, cleaning his hands of this and saying, look, Donald Trump, I tried. I couldn't get him to do it. So what do you want me to do?
Well,
and then it makes him look like he can't lead, basically.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, he may be able to get good with Trump, but he already failed on his signature issue.
Yes.
Property taxes was a disaster. He already got bullied and big-timed by the legislature on property taxes. If this happens again, it's over for him. I mean, it's over for him anyway. But you can't come back from that. I am loath to ever cheer for Rod Bray on anything. Like, I hate that I have to be Team Rod Bray. But on this one, it would be the most epic power move ever if he got up there and did the big shaky John McCain thumbs down and put the knife in the heart of redistricting.
All right, one more thing on this, and then we'll move on. But just overall, here's a question for you. If the goal is Republican domination, then redistricting is the right call, right? Or at least to give the left as little voice as possible. What do you say to that argument? If the goal is Republican domination, then, I mean, obviously it's purely political. If that's the goal, why not go ahead and do it?
Well, sure. If you want Jennifer Ruth Green in the Congress, then go for it. I mean, this is like they're already putting out, they're telling you the sort of person they're going to pick. This is why people aren't for it. Like, I mean, you have your hardcore partisan people that are totally in on it. But, like, the average person goes, she's just got bounced out of the Braun administration for appearing to be totally corrupt and unethical. And now her next thing is not, hey, I need to take some time to think about what I did and how my perception. Her next thing is, the grift must continue to the Congress I go.
Going off the rails with Rob Kendall here on the Hammer and Nigel show. You were the first one to send me the article in the Indy Star about how, there's a grand jury investigation into the lieutenant governor's office. What's your overall analysis there? He's told Hammer and I many times on our show, I don't know anything about a grand jury investigation. The article in the Indy Star was not specific. They did not know if he had been subpoenaed or anybody in his staff had been subpoenaed. And so their statement was, look, these grand jury investigations are confidential. We didn't know about it. What say you?
Okay, so I was right? There is a grand jury, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So all the Rob Kendall's lying, he's making it up, it's smears, it's for clicks, it's whatever. I was right. Not only is there a grand jury, it's exactly what I said. So you can either believe this, and by the way, let's take away Beckwith's habitual liar status. Let's just take all the lies we've caught him in out of the equation. Provable lies.
Yeah, and this is a grand jury investigation with the AI deepfake and the ghost employment.
Right.
That's what they're looking into.
You can either believe that Rob Kendall, with nothing other than shoe leather and journalism skills, figured out there was a grand jury, and Micah Beckwith, with $3.5 million of office staff and a political apparatus at his disposal, can't. Like, that's what we're led to believe. I, of my own volition, just asking around to a few people, was able to figure it out. But he, with all of the, and it's his life. It's not even my life. That's his life. He's like, I don't know anything about that. Nobody believes that. And I know people he's talked to about the grand jury. Micah can't keep his mouth shut, and he talks to people who he thinks are on his team, and they tell me things that he said. I know people he's talked to about the grand jury.
On a deeper level, emotional level, I mean, Micah married you and your wife. How do you feel, man? Like, just on a personal level. Is it numb? Is it done? That there's no more friendship there at all?
Oh, it breaks my heart.
Yeah.
It breaks my heart because he was one of my best friends. But I've equated this. It's the way the people feel, in the American Greed documentaries on CNBC, where oftentimes they invest their money. These are oftentimes people that they know, that they think are their friends. Hey, give me your money. I'll take good care of it. And they wake up one day and all the money's out of their bank account. Look, Micah was this. He is a habitual liar. In many ways, maybe I was naive to it. In many ways, maybe I was asleep at the switch. I think a big part of it was I wanted to believe in someone, because I always get told, oh, Rob's not for anything. Rob never talks about what he's for. I saw this guy. He said all the right stuff. I knew him personally. I wanted to believe that he would be the guy that'd be the fighter, but I can't lie to our audience. And from basically the moment he got in that office, he's been about himself, enhancing himself, the gluttony of him and the people around him. And look, there is a grand jury. It doesn't mean there's going to be an indictment. It doesn't mean there's going to be a conviction, but he is lying when he acted like he didn't know. Well, I mean, we caught him in the lies about, like, he tried to say, I didn't know who this LaBianco guy was. I didn't know.
The writer that brought the,
Spent a whole day in the car with him.
Yeah.
The guy who broke the story. I heard about it from LaBianco. LaBianco says, no, he told me he heard about it from somebody in the treasurer's office. Like, meaningless, stupid lies. And if he's lying about meaningless, stupid stuff, of course he's going to be lying about the big stuff.
Can you stick around for one more segment?
Absolutely.
It's the Hammer and Nigel show going off the rails with Rob Kendall.
Football is back, and so are great hairlines. We Grow Hair Indy has helped former local professional football players get back in the game with full natural hair. You don't have to play pro ball to get pro-level results. Hey, it's Rob, and I knew I picked the right team when I needed a Hail Mary for my hair. I called We Grow Hair Indy. Whether you're tailgating, coaching, or watching from the couch, do it with confidence. Trade the sidelines for a hairline. Get back in the game at We Grow Hair Indy. Schedule your free evaluation today at WeGrowHairIndy.com. That's WeGrowHairIndy.com. Or call 317-522-2995. That's 317-522-2995. Enjoy being out and about this fall. Enjoy watching the games in person with your friends with confidence you haven't had in years. And you can do it with a trip to We Grow Hair Indy. 317-522-2995. 317-522-2995. Tell them Rob sent you.
Garage Doors of Indianapolis has been a local, family-owned and operated business for nearly 50 years and helps keep Central Indiana's economy strong by employing over 70 families. Garage Doors of Indianapolis stands by their products and services while they share and embrace our conservative values. So when you have garage door problems, call them today for service today. Garage Doors of Indianapolis, 875-4577, 875-4577, or visit doorstoday.com.
Hey, that Indy real estate market is strong, but it's not easy. Now is a good time to sell only if you hire real estate expert Mark Dito, the only real estate agent we trust here in Indy. It was time for Michael and Speedway to downsize. Met up with Mark Dito. They explained their amazing marketing plan. After just 3 days on the market, they accepted an offer $11,000 over asking price.
Mark Dito is the only real estate expert we trust and recommend on the Hammer and Nigel show, and it's the guarantee that separates Mark Dito from the competition. Mark Dito guarantees your home sold at a mutually agreed upon price and deadline, or he will buy it. You pick the move date, no long-term contracts. You can cancel at any time. Nobody does it better than Mark Dito. Contact him today, 317-755-4232. 755-4232, or go to markdeedle.com. That's Mark D-I-E-T-E-L, markdeedle.com.
It's Cybersecurity Awareness Month. LifeLock is here with tips to help protect your identity. Use strong passwords, set up multi-factor authentication, report scams, and update your software. And for comprehensive identity protection, LifeLock is your best choice. LifeLock alerts you to suspicious uses of your personal information and fixes identity theft, guaranteed, or your money back. Start your protection today with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use promo code NEWS. Terms apply.
This is Sammy Terry, encouraging you to visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov. There you can search for any unclaimed pleasant nightmares that are waiting to be claimed by you. Indiana Unclaimed returns a wicked $1 million every week to Hoosiers across the state. Now go, my goblins. It's fast, easy, and free to search. Visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov today.
Need to sell your home without the hassle? Sell your home to people you can trust. Call Simple Quarters, 317-900-HOME. Simple Quarters, sponsor of Fill Up in the News with Tony Katz.
Have you heard? The Staples Easy button is back with even more easy. Press it for custom prints, shipping services, even passport photos. Staples, that was easy.
Hi, this is Richard Stevenson. Need heating service in Johnson, Morgan, or Hendricks County? Give us a call, 317-557-8532.
Stevenson Heating and Cooling is your independent American Standard air dealer.
Don't wait to hear it from someone else.
I says, oh, yeah? And she says, yeah, that's right.
The WIBC Daily Newsletter brings you the headlines, videos, and moments everyone will be talking about next.
Matt Baer in the WIBC Traffic Center.
All right, Nigel, downtown, we're staying away from the intersection at Indiana Avenue and University Boulevard. That's because of a crash has the intersection closed. Eastbound 10th Street backed up to Riley right now from the north end of IU Indianapolis. I'm avoiding the whole area. Inbound 65, stop and go traffic from MLK to Meridian to eastbound 70. 8-minute delay from Tibbs Avenue into the south split. Southbound 65, 70 jammed from the north split to the south split. On the east side, northbound 465 slow after 70 up to I-69 and inbound 69 stop and go traffic 96 to 82nd. Northwest side, northbound 465 time from 79th up to 865. A crash on the southeast side. This is Southeastern Avenue at 5 Points Road. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Replace old floors before the holidays with Drexel Interiors. Get a free bed with a qualifying purchase of new carpeting or luxury vinyl through November 15th. Go to DrexelIN.com for details. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
58 at the American Standard Heating Weather Center on 93 WIBC. Back with Rob Kendall going off the rails. Just a couple minutes left. Rob had Denny Smith on the air earlier today talking about WIBC. Hi, Denny Smith. Hi. Talking about the WIBC's birthday today. 87 years on the air. I heard you talking a little bit about this earlier on your show, on the Kendall and Casey show. What sort of feelings? Boy, you got kind of deep when talking about WIBC and the history that surrounds this radio station.
Well, you and I are lucky. We both got to live out our dreams. You got to be on X103, and I got to be on WIBC.
I was on X103? I never talk about that.
No, look, WIBC, and I know you feel the same way about this because you're a Hoosier lifer. You're a Central Indiana lifer. WIBC has always been the gold standard of radio, especially community-minded radio. And when I say community-minded, obviously we're heard in 25 counties or whatever it is. But when you listen to WIBC, there is a sense of Central Indiana. Yep. There's a sense of hometown radio feel. It's a blowtorch, but it's local stuff. We make our money, we make our living, our bread is buttered on local stuff. And when I was a kid, my dream was not to be some nationally syndicated radio talk show host. It was to be on this radio station doing what I'm doing now, because
it's crazy.
It was where the action was, man.
It was the first time I'd ever heard, and we got about 30 seconds left here, and I know you rattled off a ton of old WIBC legendary personalities. It's the first time I ever heard Rush Limbaugh. It was my parents listening to WIBC. Now, I didn't know what he was talking about as a kid. I found it fascinating, though, that he would sit in a room, a guy would sit in a room with this size that we're in right now, and talk by himself for 3 hours, and the ratings were through the roof. That's kind of where I discovered WIBC.
Rush Limbaugh reading an ad was better than anybody doing a show.
Rob Kendall, 9 to noon, Kendall and Casey show, Monday through Friday. Thanks for going off the rails, buddy.
You're the best, Nige. Thanks to Garage Doors of Indianapolis.
It's the Hammer and Nigel show.
Everybody knows Hubler's got the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles. But did you know? Now you can get that same limited powertrain warranty on new Toyotas. Introducing the all-new Hubler Toyota. Get grand opening savings all month long. And right now, lease a new 2025 RAV4, just $349 per month. Or a new Tacoma, $289 per month. Plus, choose from Camrys, Corollas, Highlanders, Tundras, and more.
Hubler's got you covered.
At the all-new Hubler Toyota on US 31 South in Indianapolis. Visit HublerToyota.com. Grand opening savings and the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles.
Cover me!
Select models, approved credit, plus tax tag title license, 249 dealer doc, RAV4 model 4432, Tacoma model 7540, 36 months, $29.99 due, zero security, 10,000 annual miles, 15 cents per mile thereafter, expires 11/2.
At Hendricks, our cancer care
is in the details.
When you are with us, and you have our time and you have our energy.
We have a wonderful team of highly trained oncologists, physical therapists, speech pathologists, dietitians.
Always making sure that the patient is the center of the care.
We have excellent nurse navigation that are skilled at identifying barriers to treatment, as well as expertise from Mayo Clinic.
It is more personal care than just a number.
Visit hendricks.org/cancer.
This is Sammy Terry, encouraging you to visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov. There you can search for any unclaimed pleasant nightmares that are waiting to be claimed by you. Indiana Unclaimed returns a wicked $1 million every week to Hoosiers across the state. Now go, my goblins. It's fast, easy, and free to search. Visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov today.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
Neighborhoods are popping up everywhere, but if you want something different than what you're currently seeing, Joyner Homes, based out of Greenfield, can build you a unique, custom home on your own private lot or anywhere you can bring your own builder. They've built hundreds of homes across central Indiana. Visit Joyner Homes Model Homes or go to joynerhomes.com to see floor plans and pricing and more. With Joyner Homes, you can even start from scratch if you want. Check out their 5-star Google reviews and visit joynerhomes.com.
Tune in Saturdays 9 to 1 for the Home and Garden Show for advice and fun, brought to you by Michaelis. Water, storms, fire, and wet